Hello everyone! Hello everyone and welcome back to Drawing with Lynn. Let's hecking go! How is everyone doing today? Give me a second. Let me just get this thing going. Is the music on? A little bit, but not really. Okay, that can be fixed. Perfect. Okay. And I'm gonna turn this off. How are things? Is this working? It's still a little quiet for me, which is a bit of a problem. Give me a second. Okay, let's do this, and then I'm just gonna... There, okay. Hopefully this works. Hello everyone, and how is it going? Thank you for that. That was really loud. Oh no. Okay, frick, let's fix that. Thank you for the sound alert, Beihaku. I appreciate it. It's all good. We are leveling up here like no one else's business. Here, let me just fix this too then. Wait, what day is it today? I've forgotten. Is it a Monday? It's a Monday, isn't it? Oh well. Mondays are always the types of days where I'm like, I don't want to have to do more work, but we do. What else have I been up to? I've been looking to cosplay at a convention, which I have never done before, by the way. Usually when I go to a convention, I am dressed as me in like, in like whatever I can wear, you know. I wear casual clothing, not like this. I wear like a t-shirt and jeans, you know. But I decided, okay, there, finally, I think everything's working. I decided I was gonna go ahead and try to cosplay. So I ordered myself a cosplay outfit recently. And it came in the mail, and I don't know if anyone here has ordered cosplay outfits, but apparently the sizing charts... Okay, see, here's the thing, right? I thought to myself, like, you know, I'm a small size. Like, usually if I'm gonna wear something, I'm like a small, maybe an extra small if I want to. But I was like, you know, you never know, because these things could run small, right? And it's better for something to be a little bit too big than it is for it to be a little bit too small. Because if it's a little too big, you can like tighten it up. But if it's too small and you can't wear it, you're gonna be screwed. So I was like, all right, let me just get medium and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I am swimming in that outfit. It is giant. I need to figure out some way to tighten up the clothing because otherwise I can't wear it. It just falls right off of me. I was like, frick. That's what I've been up to recently. I have some plans though. I have a few plans at least. Because I think what I could do... Okay, actually, first of all, for this artwork, let's go ahead and add some lines. Make it a little bit thicker here. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, what I realized I could do is I could probably like tighten things up a little bit. Maybe like sew the inside of the garment just a tiny bit so that it doesn't end up like kind of bunching up. I don't know. I'm not the best at fixing up cosplay garments either. I'm gonna have to figure all of this out. This is my first time doing it too, so not really the sort of thing you get amazing at just by starting, I think. I don't know. I'm sure there are people out there who have tons and tons of cosplay experience, but I am not one of them. The outfit involves like a white t-shirt type of thing too, which is good because even though the one that they gave me does not fit me, I can still wear the other one at least. I have like a normal white t-shirt that I can just kind of put on, and that should work just fine. Which is pretty good at least. It feels like the music keeps changing volume. This is kind of a problem. Give me a second. Let's turn this down a little. Is it working? What if I just put the music volume up a little bit more like this, and then I kind of lower the entire volume? Is this good? Maybe? I think this is a little bit better. Okay, nice. All right, let's go. But yeah, that's that's in my thing. I spent like an hour putting together the outfit today after getting the separate little pieces together. And after trying them on, I was like, yeah, I definitely should have gone one size lower, maybe 2 sizes lower on all of them. But it's okay, because you gotta learn from life and keep going. And hey, what is clothing but a expression of your inner self? Or something like that. I can't really be sure. Alright, there we go. I think once I'm gonna do like a few lines for this maybe. And then I'm gonna work on the background, which is one of my weak points in art generally. Backgrounds suck. I really don't like drawing them. But hey, you know how it is. You know how it is. Usually you start drawing something and you think to yourself, this looks good. And then you like, I don't know, turn the screen or look at it from a distance and you're like, okay, that's actually terrible. What? But it's fine, because all you gotta do is have a little bit of confidence in yourself and accept that even if you suck at first like I did, and like I still do in many cases, you're gonna get better eventually. So that's what I'm gonna do with my backgrounds here. I'm gonna be trying some stuff out and we'll see if it works. I also kind of want to reshape the eyes here a little bit too. Let's see if that works. Because I think there shouldn't actually be like a reflection on this side. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Because the light's coming from the other side and all that. Yeah. Also, I happen to have some music on right now. What music is this? This is Calm and Chill Nintendo songs, I think. Or no, wait, it's Calm and Chill Zelda songs. There we go. But if you have any music suggestions, I'll definitely take them. Toss them my way and we'll put something on. We're listening to kind of like chill music today. It's gonna be a little bit chill. Hey, the classic. Dust usually joins me for these too, but Dust seems to unfortunately have been held up today. It's a little sad. Just a little sad that our Dust is missing. There is currently apparently some huge traffic around where Dust is right now, so. Dust is frantically racing her way home. And hopefully she'll get there. Hopefully she'll get there sometime soon. That's a good Berengaria. Why, thank you, Errant. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just, we're Berengaria our way through, we've been Berengaria-ing our way through Unicorn Overlord, definitely. I really like Berengaria, okay? She's so cool. Like, come on, look at this. Look at this. It's awesome. You're playing, Unicorn Overlord too, aren't you? How's your experience been with the game so far? Everyone in chat, actually, how's your experience been with the game so far? For those of you who are playing Unicorn Overlord. Except don't spoil anything for me, please. I am, where am I? I'm just at the end of the Elven place, I think. Been able to avoid a lot of item use by making good units? Nice. Nice. Yeah, I didn't know that there was a limit to item usage. Apparently when you're playing on expert mode, because I've been playing on expert mode from the beginning. I just didn't use items a lot, and then apparently at the start of the Elven place, I used too many items, and it was like, you can't do that. I'm like, what? This never stopped me before. But there is a per level limit to items used, and I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like it's actually good. I don't really use enough items to really make that worth my while, I think. We only really hit that item limit in that one specific level because I was like, you know, I have so many items and I need to use them at some point. I might as well. And then I just started using them randomly. Don't really like warriors so much? What class is warriors? You mean like the armor knights? See, that's the thing. I'm used to calling them by their Fire Emblem names. For the ones that have Fire Emblem equivalents, at least. Warriors are the hammer ones. Oh, okay. I think warriors are really good, actually, then. If you're talking the hammer ones, I'm pretty sure they're, like, really, really good. Yeah, I'm also limiting myself to, only named units. Except for Ingrid. Named units and Ingrid is what we're currently working with right now. Just to, like, add a little bit of fun to the challenge. And also because I want to see all the conversations. The support conversations are part of what I'm in for here. I like myself a little bit of tactics, and I like myself a little bit of supports. As one does, usually. Got like 2 mages, so armored units are tough on your stamina use. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I have, well, actually, I recommend Auk greatly. Because he and that fire staff you get at the beginning are just insanely good together. I feel like Auk alone can probably destroy a good number of these. And there's also 3 hammer units, aren't there? There's Nina, there's Kitra, and Morden. And you're like pretty much required to have all of them, I think. Let me also just put this up. There. Okay. Always good to be able to see the whole thing. Also lacking good options against flying units. Ah, that's right. Yeah, because you only really get... Oh, shit. I accidentally... No, I've been doing this on the wrong layer? No! God damn it, Emmy. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. It was on the wrong layer. Frick this. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do some stuff. Fear not. We must simply select all the black lines without selecting the white lines, and then things will happen and it will be good. Yeah, there we go. Have all of them, but don't know which ones you want to use most. I've been kind of accidentally ignoring... oh shit, wait. Okay, there we go. There. Okay, cool. I've been accidentally ignoring the hammer units, which is a little bit of a problem. I should probably start using them, probably. I keep on meaning to use Kitra, because, like, I can tell they're good. Like, I know they're good. It's just not there. Yeah, Arbalists are pretty good, I guess. I have not used the one Arbalist I have so far, which I'm assuming is the same one you have, because there's only really one of them. It's like Liza, right? Liza seems to be the Arbalist. I will admit I didn't make too much use of her. Then again, I also went into Drakengard after finishing the first level of the Elf place. So, I guess, like, very minor spoilers, but you get one archer there. Because I didn't quite know that you were not supposed to do the elf place first. So, you know, that was told to me a bit late by the game. Elves have archers? Gasp. How could they? This Tolkienic propaganda? But it's been fun, though. It's been such a fun game. I, for one, as a huge Tolkien stan, am very, very glad to see all this Tolkienic propaganda, actually. Please, put more in there. I will appreciate it. Also have like 3 clerics. Yeah, I know, right? I think I have 4 at this point because I'm slightly further than you are. There is a good number, of clerics. Then again, I also really like clerics. Like, I think I've always been a fan of having units that essentially heal themselves completely. There are other units who can heal you, of course, but I'm just saying, clerics are good. Do they just want me to put a competent healer in every squad? That's honestly what I've been doing, yeah. Like, why not, right? Because if your unit can heal itself completely after every combat, then you have no problems. The only squad that I think doesn't have a competent healer for me... Oh, wait, no, hold on. I put a healer in with the Tricorns. Yeah, I have, like, okay, I guess the only squad that does not have a competent healer in it is my all-cav squad. Because the goal of that squad is just for, well, Monica can heal, so I guess... Does that count? She's not, like, a healer, but she's like a cavalry healer. That counts. I feel like that counts. Also, like, canonically separating your squads. Yeah, exactly. I'm so glad many people have a Tricorn gang, because I, too, have a Tricorn gang. Yeah, I'm keeping the Tricorns together. I want to keep Liza, Gloucester, and Aubin, and the other guy. Magellan, I want to say. Together. Yeah, I have... exactly. I have Clive, Adele, and Monica in the same squad. I put Gilbert in with them for fun, actually. It's pretty funny. I guess you haven't met Gilbert yet, but... He's better than the Fire Emblem version, I promise. Then again, for those of you who have played Three Houses, I'm sure you're quite aware that the Fire Emblem version of Gilbert is a very low bar. Very low bar. Lots and lots of people better than Fire Emblem Gilbert. For those of you who haven't played Fire Emblem Three Houses, there's a character named Gilbert in Fire Emblem Three Houses. He is the, he's the deadbeat dad of one of the characters. And he is, for some reason, recruitable, which is just really funny. The poor guy. Like, out of all the characters you want to play as in Fire Emblem Three Houses, hit video game with many, many wonderful playable characters, no one ever asked to play as Gilbert. Like, it's not even like he was added in Three Hopes or something. It's just he was playable from the beginning. They thought to themselves, what characters should we allow the people to play as? And they're like, oh, I know. Gilbert. Yet you don't choose to use him exactly. He's the last resort. He's what happens if you don't do Dedue's Paralog and you're stuck without an Armor Knight and you really, really decide for some reason you really need an Armor Knight and you're like, okay, fine. I guess I have to use him. I'll do it. Been using Clive, Monica, Renault. Oh, interesting. Okay. I put Adele in there because I like the Clive-Adele combo too. I'm a huge fan of, I mean, you know I'm a huge fan of Effie, so. Christmas Cavaliers, you know? You gotta keep your Christmas Cavaliers together. Yeah, sometimes in my head I refer to Monica as Matilda too, because it's hilarious to me that Clive is also just an exact copy of a Fire Emblem character. Like, there's a blonde cavalier with a, I guess arranged marriage fiancé, who is also a blonde cavalier lady, whose name starts with an M and used to be a part of like a very specific noble family and then started leading the liberation along with some other people before like the main lord, whose name starts with AL, shows up to take over. It's just a whole thing going on. Bunch of Clives. Bunch of Clives all over the place. Also, yo, Alastra, how's it going? Hope it's going well for you. I was actually just saying earlier, I've been looking to cosplay. So I went ahead and got a cosplay costume of this character. And I tried it on today because it came in the mail. I tried it on today. And it turns out that it's like maybe 1 or 2 sizes too big. I thought, you know, I thought maybe I'll be safe and I'll order a medium because you don't really know about like Asian order sizes, right? Like they could be a little too small. So usually I'm like a small or maybe an extra small. So I went medium just in case, and then it turns out that was a bad idea. So now I have to do something. Fortunately, I think it'll work. I think I can pull off with my strategic prowess. I can pull off this costume altering such that I still look okay. Hopefully, we'll see. Adele kind of got benched by you, rip. And you threw Rosalind back there. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess you also entered the elf place and then kind of just left immediately, huh? You've called Elena Lear more than once. He reminds me of Alm, actually. Speaking of Fire Emblem main characters whose name starts with AL, he reminds me a lot of Alm. And Scarlet feels like a Celica. This is why I feel like they should be together. But then again, I don't know. Maybe there will be better options. I've been told by someone that there is a better option for Alm, according to them. And I've been told by someone else that Elta Lind was the better option. And I don't know about that. Really? Elta Lind and Legolas seem like they have something going on, guys. Come on. Come on. Bet they are a Melisandre. Okay, that's true. I forgot Melisandre also exists. Look, just like any Fire Emblem protagonist, he's got a lot of options, okay? He's got a good number of options. So many freaking options. I am the sort of person who will pair whichever unit with whatever their most canon pairing is. So Clive and Monica, paired. Who else is there? I don't know, there's like all sorts of them. Oh, Cleese and Sharon, paired. Let's go. They are so roommates. Yeah, I'm a little sad that I had to put Sharon with the Tricorns purely because I want Oclise and Sharon in the same unit, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I must have Sharon for the Tricorns. Oh, that's right. Yeah, BT Blind was talking about the insanely non-canon supports you were doing. I remember this. Blind, I have no idea how you can break up such canon supports. This is not how this works. Never. Never. Canon all the way. Yeah, this actually, I do have multiple doctors that I could probably give to the Tricorns. This is true, but Sharon has become one of them, okay? Like, I did Sharon and the Tricorns before even I think I had any of the other units. Like, I think back when it was just Travis, I had Travis and Sharon together, and she has become a part of them. I can't split them up now. It's too late. They have bonded. They have become friends. I don't even think they have supports. Oh wait, Sharon and Bruno do have supports. I remember reading one of them. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, that's true. I did not have Oclise yet because Divine Shards, and I decided not to kill that guy. There's that guy that if you kill him, you get 15 Divine Shards, apparently. But I have him in the team now. Let's go. I call him Maedhros because he reminds me of this very obscure Tolkien character who also has red hair and is also a murderer. Feels bad, man. Was that the one where Sharon mistakes Bruno for a literal boulder? Yes, that's the one. Look, it's a support conversation, okay? We're not gonna all have, whatever. It's not gonna be Shakespeare all the way through. Sometimes you have deep, meaningful conversations about life and everything that it entails, and sometimes you have a character mistaking another character for a boulder. It was good, though. It was still a very cute support, okay? Like, it was... And I think Bruno was just sad about a cat or something. Which, honestly, reminds me a lot of Brady from Fire Emblem. So really, the moral of the story here is that no matter where you go, it's always Fire Emblem. It's Fire Emblem all the way down. Yeah, so after every game I finish, especially the tactics ones, I go through and do a full retrospective, and I feel like in this game, I've only played about half of it, maybe a little less than half of it so far. But I feel like in this game, I'm going to be giving it credit for being an amazing game that essentially does what a lot of other games do, but it does it way, like, just better. And I think that's what I like about it so far. Every FE player mistakes a character for a boulder. That's what Molder is for. Molder has the distinction of being a freaking healer, which I did not expect for a man of his physique. Like, I look at him and I'm like, okay, alright. Like, Axeman, you know? Brawler, if he was from one of the new games. There were not brawlers back in the old Fire Emblem days. But no, yeah, he's just a healer, but he's stacked. Why does Molder work out so much if it's not required for the job, SMH? I used to work out, but only because it was required. Not anymore, suckers. I'm not going back to exercise, you can't make me. Oh, man. Yeah, now I'm just underweight because I don't eat and I also don't work out. Yeah, I'm a healer, bud. Exactly, exactly. It's the same vibe as like Raisin or La Rochelle with a gun or, you know. Hi, Lynn, I just spoke with your doctor. They need you to exercise. You can't tell me what to do. No. Oh, man. No, I do exercise every now and then, actually. My friend Ari, who I think I've spoken about a good number of times on here. My friend Ari is very small, but she is very, very endurance heavy. Like, she can, like... She is small and tiny, but she goes on, like, 5-day backpacking trips throughout the mountains of, I don't know, like, South America or whatever the frick. Like, I don't know what she does, but... but, yeah, she forces me to work out. She'll be like, let's meet up. And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, we're gonna go on a hike. And I'm like, oh. Oh, man. I have not gone on a backpacking trip in the mountains of South America, by the way. I have been to South America, which was very fun. It was a wonderful place, and I really enjoyed it. But I did not go backpacking there. Because I could never. I did go paragliding, actually, which was very fun. For anyone who has played Breath of the Wild, I was definitely thinking that the whole time. I was like, whoa! Yeah! It was awesome. Small must just be efficient, requires less energy. Oh, you know what? Fair. Back in the olden days when I used to run the Pacer exam, which if Dust was here, I think Dust would immediately get a redeem for the Pacer test, but Dust is not here, so you're gonna have to imagine the Pacer test dialogue for yourself. But yeah, I was decent at the Pacer test, actually, because I used to work out back then. But I was not the best. The best person in our class was this young French-Chinese girl. She was both French and Chinese, and she knew both of those languages, and to all of us, that made her very, very cool. And yeah, she was also tiny, and she could run like no one's business. It was insane. Man, I've forgotten all about that girl. I wonder what happened to her. Been ages since I caught up with anyone from that whole region. But that is the way of the Pacer test. It makes friends, it breaks friends. Breaks muscles. Do they still do the Pacer test? Is anyone here, like, in school? Can anyone confirm if the Pacer test is still, like, a thing that exists? Honestly, that thing should be against the Geneva Conventions. It's cruel and unusual punishment. You used to be able to run long distances. Yo, what the frick? I can't. I can't. I hate running long distances. I'm okay at sprints. I'm alright at sprints. What's the Pacer test? So the Pacer test, it's like a P-A-C-E-R, is this torturous device, not device, I suppose. It's this torturous phenomenon that swept across the nation back in the days of I don't know, PE teachers wanting to torture their students. And what you do is there's two lines, and they're like some number of feet across from each other on the ground. Okay, some number of meters, I don't know, they're pretty far, okay? And you gotta run from one line to the second line as fast as you can, and there'll be like this loud beep. When the beep sounds, you run, and you get to the opposite side, and then you have 0.05 seconds to take a break and sit there because you must immediately turn and run again for the beep approaches. And when the beep approaches, you must run. If you do not run by the time the beep has... Oh, wait, actually, hold on. No. You have to make it to the other side. That's right. Okay, so if you don't make it to the other side before the next beep, you are out. You are dead. You are gone for all eternity. Tossed into the Twilight Realm. Oh, yeah, that's how it starts. And so every time, by the way, it's not like they're playing these beeps manually, right? So there's some guy with, like, a recording. And the beeps are all, like, perfectly timed. And they also get faster and faster. That's right. They get faster and faster. And as they get faster, people start falling off. Oh, look, it's dust. Hold on, let's... let's decline dust so that we can put her on in my computer. Give me a second. Oh, you call it the bleep test. So, like, they didn't like it so much they bleeped out the name. I like that. I think that's great. They're like, oh, man, it's a curse word. Pacer is a curse word. We cannot have these small children's ears corrupted by the word. Instead, we shall call it the bleep test. So everyone knows how taboo it is. Okay, there we go. Let's call dust. 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 Okay, there. Starting voice call. Hello. Hello. Now I can't see the screen because Discord just covered everything. Oh, oh, hey, let's go. Ah, yes, the unintelligible and yet slowly fading into the clarity sounds of a dust. How's it going? Let me turn the volume of the music down a little bit so people can hear you. Can everyone hear the dust? Understandable. You're just in time. We were talking about the pacer test. Oh, man. Okay, how about this? Maybe a little louder? Okay, barely, hardly, not at all. Okay,
Is it working?
Ah, that's a little loud. Okay, how about now? Dust, say something.
I'm saying, I am speaking.
Okay.
I'm making noise. Hello, hi. I just turned on my stream too. Hello. How is everyone?
I think we got it.
I have a bird. And I also have a lot of fatigue. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, I can hear it in your voice. Oh no. How long did you have to drive home today?
Only like an hour and a half, but
okay.
it was still
it's still too
time.
quiet. Oh, yikes. Okay, let's put it up here. How about now?
I mean, I left at work at like 5:15 because I knew we were supposed to start at 6, and when I was leaving, it said I would arrive by 6. So I'd be on time. But just in case, I was like, okay, just in case things get worse, I'm gonna make an announcement that I might be late. And then yeah, it got worse as I was on the road and I couldn't take any exits because that's not how. Yeah, because I couldn't move and
right.
Just a good old time. Just
a good old
time. It just got worse, and I sat on the road, and it was just like warm and sunny and sleepy and.
Wait, you sat on the road? Like just got out of the car?
No,
okay.
No.
I was definitely imagining you just giving up. You're like, ah, frick it, man. Traffic's too bad. I'm out of here.
Dude.
Just walks home.
I mean, the 2-lane road. Okay, for people who don't know, there's a singular 2-lane
the music
road
stopped.
that connects.
Let's put that back.
Where I live and the city where everyone lives, to my workplace. And it was never intended for that many people. So if there's a singular accident, everybody takes 2 hours to get home from work. Like, that's sun right in the face. That's true. Yeah, it was not a good time, and now I'm super heckin' tired. I hope I can get my energy levels up a little bit as we start our stream, but I'm just like I'm pooped.
Oh no, that is fair.
I am pooped.
Yeah, I would too if the road took 2 hours. Holy shit. I mean, my commute home actually does take like 2 hours-ish, but that's because...
That's true, yeah.
I get to ride the bus, so I don't have to like worry about it, you know? And I'm also like, I'm prepared for it. Like, I bring stuff. I get to like just sit and do whatever.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you also don't go into work every day, right?
Yeah, no.
Have you recently still been going to work a lot?
I still go into work every now and then. I go in like once a week, max. Sometimes a little less.
Okay.
Yeah. I probably should, honestly, but people don't really. They don't care.
I don't know if I envy that necessarily, because whenever I work from home, I just end up, like working later, and my daily life just blends into work, and I know that's a problem you have, so.
Yeah, that's true. But for me, it's because, like, the stuff that I run takes a lot of time to run, so it's like, I could theoretically just do everything at once, but then I would rather just, like, set something running, and then come back to it, and, like, keep working on it, and then set it running again, and then come back to it later. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that, actually.
I don't know, that sounds not that fun, honestly, because you're constantly waiting for something to be done for work, so that you can go back to more work. I don't know, I don't know how I feel about that.
True. Yeah, it's not the best, but that's how it is. That is how it is. But yeah, we were talking we were talking about the pacer test, goddammit.
Why were you talking about the pacer
I
test?
don't know. How did we start talking about the pacer test? Like, how did this come up? When did we measure this?
What was the context and what were you talking about?
I have no idea. Oh, cosplay. That's right. Okay, so I got a cosplay outfit, Dust.
What?
Yeah, so I'm...
Wait, hold on. What does this have to do with the pacer test?
I actually have no idea. How did we get from here to...
Please continue.
I think it went to like, I remember talking about exercise somehow. And then we were talking about the pacer test because of exercise. I think that's how it was. That's true. Yeah, sizes, being small, getting exercise, and then being in shape, and then the fitness gram pacer test. There you go.
Oh, okay. All right, I can see it.
Yeah, but in any case, I did get a cosplay outfit, and I am excited to...
How'd you get a cosplay outfit?
So I'm gonna go to a convention. I've been to a bunch of conventions before.
Tsunagi told me, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this time,
Oh?
I was invited. I will let everyone know. Tsunagi, this time I was invited.
Yes, you were. Let's go. You should. Why not? Come over.
I don't know honestly, like, as fun as I think a convention would be, I would be like the only person who doesn't get anything there.
I guess that's kind of true, yeah.
Like, I pay money to be in a place where there's too many people and there's a bunch of like references to things that I don't know. And I know you guys are gonna have fun and I'm gonna have fun by proxy, but like it's not like an event for me, you know? Like
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, no, I do, when you started talking about cosplay outfit things, I did think, or is this for that convention that you told me, or that Tsunagi told me you were going to?
Yeah, it is. I've been to the same convention many times, but I never usually wear a cosplay outfit. I just go with like a t-shirt and jeans. But this time, I'm gonna be dressed as something. Well, here's the problem actually. So I put the costume on, and so I'm like, generally when I buy clothing, I'm like a small size or like an extra small, even if I feel like it.
Okay,
but I went...
First of all, you don't buy clothing, but...
This is also true, yes. I usually don't buy clothing at all, but if I pick up something for free from a career fair, usually I pick up the small size, or extra small size if they have it. But in any case, I was like, okay, let me order like medium just in case, because it's like Asian sizings, right? So...
Oh, I see. Yeah,
it's like sometimes they might kind of run big.
You get it from like a budget Asian store?
Yeah, totally. I'm not paying big bucks for this.
Those do run small. I do know from experience, yeah.
So I was like, I'll just be safe and I'll order a medium. And then I think this specific budget Asian store probably makes a lot of clothing for like American people or something, because they definitely overestimated the medium.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, I can't. I mean, it's not bad actually, because the character I'm specifically dressing as, parts of their outfit can be gotten rid of, honestly, and still make it make sense. And parts of their outfit also are supposed to be oversized. So it's like, okay, that's kind of nice.
Lynn just talks about this character without actually mentioning who they are, like what the name is.
No, I'm not gonna do that, yeah. I'm not gonna do that.
Really? Are you intentionally not revealing?
I'm intentionally not revealing what character I'm dressing as, simply because...
Okay. I thought you were just like really bad at describing things.
No, I'm gonna be going to a convention that I believe people here may or may not be attending. You will not know who I am.
I would think, honestly,
I will remain a mystery.
then you would cosplay a character that's so unpopular that, yeah, you would probably be the only person cosplaying as that character in the con.
I don't know if I'll be the only person cosplaying as them, but yeah, I mean, I think it's decently obscure.
Like a relatively unpopular character?
Maybe? I'm not sure. Probably not.
Non-cosplayed character?
I think it's a decently cosplayed character. But either way, you know, I am somewhat unique, perhaps, in that my skin is brown.
Wait, so did you pick a brown character?
Kind of, actually, and I'm proud of my choice. I think it's gonna look really interesting when I put this whole thing together. Yeah. I could not find... I wanted to really do, like, an actual brown character, but I couldn't find a proper brown character that I look like enough to go with. So I picked something that makes a lot of sense in universe, and I am proud of it.
People do cosplay regardless of
oh yeah, for sure yeah
gender, but
not a problem.
I understand that you would personally want to do something
yeah
like that.
I like the not that I'm super like into being a brown character or anything. It's just that like I want to cosplay as something that I could relatively look like. Like I don't want to be like super inaccurate, which like I know a lot of people definitely prefer to, like, you know, like, I don't know, if you're like brown or something and you dress up as, I don't know, like some character that usually is white but you do like a brown version, like that's awesome, please go for it. Like I have no troubles against that. But I personally, I'm one of those people that's like a stickler for canon. in my ships, in my drawings, in my writings. I love canon things. I want to be as canon as possible. And that usually, in my opinion, just also translates to all the aspects of them. So I like to try to cosplay characters that I can fit as. But that's just my little opinion, so.
Well, Lynn, we're gonna have to talk about this outside of stream so that I can get more info.
Yeah.
And how your costume's going and what it looks like in the final product.
Yeah, it should be fun. Lynn finally cosplaying one of the best Zeldas ever. Oh my gosh, I was considering Tetra. I really wanted to do Tetra, but it is not Tetra. I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, I really wanted to do Tetra. The problem... Huh?
That would be a good one too.
Yeah, no, I think Tetra would be amazing. The problem is the wig. It's too hard for me as a non-experienced cosplayer to get a wig to look like that. So once I get...
that probably looks similar to that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably order something from online, but everything I found for Tetra was like super overpriced, and like I had a limit. Like I got the wig that I'm using for like $10. I got the cosplay costume for like I don't know, like a lot less than you would expect.
No, I know. Yeah, I've seen a lot of like cosplay supplies from those like budget Asian stores, and those come for cheap. And they look good.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. But yeah, you should come at some point, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I can see why you wouldn't potentially... I mean, me too, honestly. I don't know any of the newer... Oh, wait! For once, I do know the newer animes. Let's hecking go! This is the first time I'm going to...
No newer animes.
Because, so, I've been a long-time follower of both Frieren of the End and Undead Unluck, which both got animes this season. I just realized... I hope they have people cosplaying those. Like, I've been following those things for, like, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years or something. Frieren for longer, I think. Whenever it came out, like, near the beginning of when Frieren came out, I kind of picked up on it because people were like, oh, it's something you might like. And I was like, oh, Frieren. Yeah, those are last season. True. But, like, usually, for cosplay conventions, it takes a bit of time to make a costume, right? So I would assume that people would start cosplaying last season stuff, maybe this season. I don't know. Either way, Frieren is popular enough that I think people are definitely going to be cosplaying it like it's freaking Frieren.
I mean, some like really dedicated cosplayers spend, like the whole year getting ready for a con.
True.
Yeah, those are like, man, I don't know how they do that. And the magic that they do with the craft foam and the 3D printing and
It's
shit.
so cool. Yeah. Sonagi's going all in because Sonagi does that sort of thing.
Really? Wait, Sonagi's cosplaying too?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm sure Sonagi is cosplaying. I don't know.
Sonagi would be a cosplay person.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think she's done it too many times before, but like I think Sonagi and that specific group of people that I'm going with this time. Usually I go with Cadence actually, who is Cadence is that friend of mine that went with me on the Japan trip, but Cadence can't go this year, so yeah, I invited Cadence too. I was like, Cadence, come, and Cadence like, no, I can't. I'm like, no, come on, we've done this for years. Why break tradition now? But it's fair. Yeah, in any case, I think Sonagi's going to be dressing up as, like, I don't know, something. I guess I shouldn't out Sonagi's costume, although Sonagi is very open with...
I have a few guesses.
Yeah, I won't do it unless,
Yeah, no.
Lynn is going as No Pants Link. She is going to get arrested. Thank you, Syl.
Hell yeah.
I'll hecking do it. I'll hecking do it. League of Legends. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke because the hero of Legend is the guy with no pants.
Right. I haven't started like drawing anything yet.
Oh, draw something.
I just have the retrospective art that I was using last time.
Oh yeah.
The, like mindless art of all the bosses. That pulled up right now, guys. Which Dark Souls character would I cosplay as if I were to do one?
Ooh, okay. I mean, realistically, they're like all monsters, right?
Yeah, most of them are. Well, a lot of them are humanoid.
Yeah.
But very few of them are actually human.
Oh. I mean, they all look like monsters to me.
A lot of them are humanoid. Artorias is humanoid. Nino is kind of humanoid. Orstein and Smoger, both humanoid. This guy, Havel is. Gwyn is.
Wait, was Havel the one that's not actually a boss or something?
Yeah, Havel was a mini boss. And then there's a bunch of demons that like have humanoid, each like humanoid builds. Like the Capra demon, I could just like put on a goat head and then
Fair.
Honestly, I feel like a Capra demon cosplay would be super fun. Put like a goat skull mask over your head and just like I'm not ripped enough for Capra demon though.
Havel is a rock? I've been told Havel is a rock.
Havel, yeah, his title is a rock.
They have titles? Ooh.
Havel the Rock.
Havel the Rock, fair. Favorite from
Oh
this
yeah,
season
I
just came
could
out
do
with
a
episode
big
1.
hat,
Chillin' in
Logan.
another
You're
world.
right.
Huh.
I could make the biggest hat.
I'll go
and
for that
just
one, yeah.
hide under it for eternity. Hell yeah, I could do big hat Logan.
Big hat Logan?
Yeah, his.
What is this,
Literally, when
Wolverine?
you interact with him, his hat is so big you can't see his face. Like you never see his face. He's
Oh.
always just hidden under his hat.
Oh, okay. I am more confused.
Speaking of hats and wigs, I've been making so many beanies and hats and all of that, so that I'm probably gonna like set up an Etsy store at some point, sell some of them because I have many hats and only one head.
How much are you selling them for? I want a hat.
I would probably sell them, Lynn. I don't want to like speak too soon about anything, but you'll get a hat at some point. You don't need to pay for anything.
No, I'll pay you for your hats.
Hats to everyone around me.
Aw, okay. Now I want a hat even more.
Then we'll figure out a hat for you.
All right. We'll work out this secret hat trade later.
But yeah, I oddly know more about budget Asian store cosplay things
because of the hats.
To take like beauty shots of my hats, I bought a wig off of stores. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It was like a $3 wig and it looks good.
Yay, neat.
I put it on like a mannequin head so it can model the hats. Yeah. I'm making a hat right now, actually.
Oh, wait, you should stream that.
Making hats?
Yeah, stream hat making.
But hat making is like the same thing over and over and over and over. Oh, actually, no, Dark Souls is kind of that too.
You've been trapped. Little did you know that hat making was simply the next part of Dark Souls.
Oh no. That's what this is.
Hey, we know in this stream that cool hats can actually determine your tactical prowess, so I'm just saying, maybe maybe you're contributing to the success. Yeah. I
went to a craft store, so I buy all my yarn at one craft store that I will not name because we're not sponsored. But it's like a big
pay me money. Yeah, fair.
Craft supplies and what was I gonna say?
You get the hats.
Spent like 2 fucking hours there just colors of yarn.
Oh.
And then I bought a whole bunch of yarn. I think I spent like $70 on yarn.
What?
If I do open up that Etsy store, the hats are not gonna be like the money that I make from the hats is not gonna be worth the effort that I put in. Like I'm gonna make like quadruple the money that I spend every hour crocheting hats as I do at like my day job. Like,
yeah, fair.
I just like like making the hats. Like I just like it.
Yeah, it's fun, you know.
It's like a good way to relax at the end of the day, unwind. Just do a little bit of crocheting hats, and I just have a bunch of hats now. And I have a lot of yarn, and they are expensive. And I don't know if I'll make any of that money back, but you know, I just have too many hats, and I want people to wear them.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are kind of there's this pressure to turn your hobbies into like money, like get something you can earn something from. But I feel like that's not always necessary, you know. Like if you need to, then go ahead, you know. But sometimes
like,
it honestly.
I'll actively lose money on my Etsy store. Like making hats.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not earning shit from the Zelda thing, but it's really fun, so I'm gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not all about capitalism, guys.
Not all about capitalism.
Not all about capitalism.
We say on Twitch.
I haven't cashed out Twitch in a long time. Not that I make a lot anyway.
That's fair, yeah.
You know, it's all for fun and games.
It is all for fun. I agree. I do this because it's fun, and I get to like chill with a bunch of people.
Aaron, exactly. Hobbies are for losing money.
Hobbies are for wait, hold on. I also
you spend money on your hobbies.
I don't know. I tend to. I feel like I picked hobbies specifically because I don't need to spend money on them. Like I am very cheap. I think we've been over this number of times.
True.
I am very, very cheap. And yo, Gira, how's it going?
Many hobbies are cheap. I mean, I did drop like $1,000 on an iPad.
That's true.
Myself, okay, and then afterwards I haven't spent a single penny in drawing supplies.
Neat.
That's not true. I've spent some, but still.
I mean, I guess I did pay for this iPad. This is true, but I have gotten an iPad for free. Actually, I won this one CS competition.
Oh, fuck?
It was awesome. Yeah, I won a CS competition somewhere, and they gave me a whole ass iPad. It was so cool. But I gave the iPad to someone else because I already had one at that point.
What did you do to win the competition? That's what happened? What was the
Oh, I've won a ton of CS competitions that I did not deserve to win. Like
Oh. Well,
I don't think I did
believe
anything.
that when you're like hella elite, but you know.
No,
whatever.
this
Continue.
was 100% not. I didn't do anything special. It was okay. So there's it was like an augmented reality, virtual reality competition, and it was hosted by like some company or the other that was sponsored by Walmart, and Walmart was giving like a special prize at the end to whichever product at the end of the hackathon impressed them the most or something. And I'm kind of like an AR, VR design person, and also obviously a coding person. I work in machine learning in my day job, by the way, for folks who aren't here. That said, I work in generative imagery, which is fun because I also draw, as you can see, and it puts me right in the middle of that entire debate, where all the artists hate the generative AI folks because it's like, why are you stealing our artwork? And then and then all the generative AI folks are like, wait, we're just making art, but like, you know, in our own way. And I see both sides, I promise.
That's a really interesting perspective to have.
It's a very strange perspective to have, I will admit. Where like I can have conversations.
When did you participate in a hackathon? Not as an adult, right?
I mean, no, this was like a few years ago. But it's
Oh, okay.
yeah, I've been in a bunch of hackathons, and I feel like they just kind of give you money for things that you don't deserve, which is nice, and I like the money.
I don't realize hackathons exist out of like the few college hackathons that I've been to.
That's fair. I mean, you're in mechanical engineering, right? I feel like they have less.
Part of it is because I'm in a field that doesn't really do hackathons.
Less hackathons in mechanical engineering, I would expect. Yeah. Blind, you collect games. Your hobby is a never-ending sinkhole for money. That is entirely valid and gets so cool. I wish I could collect games.
Yeah, collecting stuff is fucking expensive. Music as a hobby is expensive, I know.
Yeah, true. Although, see,
what kind of medium you use, drawing can be expensive too.
True. See, that's the thing. I feel like my hobbies are actually specifically chosen to not cost money. Like I sing because I didn't want to go get an instrument. I can't. Singing is free. This is the problem, actually. Maybe I should branch out a little bit.
You should make hats.
I should make hats. Hats are cool. I want a hat. Ugh. For those of you who don't know, Dust has really cool hats. Like, just Dust has always had really cool hats.
Nice hats.
This is very true.
I do take pride in my hat collection.
It's such a cool hat collection.
And they just keep getting added to. And
yeah.
Now it's getting warmer, and it's not hat weather anymore, but I'm still gonna wear hats.
Hats. What is hat weather? What determines hat weather? Time has. That's true. I do spend a lot of time on my hobbies. That's fair. Actually, I feel like here's the other thing. I feel like I also picked up all my hobbies specifically because I didn't have anything else to do at the time where I was supposed to be doing that hobby. So like, because my commute.
Hobbies are born out of boredom.
Yeah. Because my commute was so long, and I couldn't watch TV because I would get carsick. And I was on a bus, so I could still do other things. I started writing, and
I don't know how you write without getting carsick when you get carsick watching TV.
Because you don't have to look at the computer to write. I never look down.
So you just like
I just write
all your typos and correct them all later?
Yeah, like free-form writing just for like an hour plus. And then later, I actually enjoy editing. I don't like writing, but I enjoy editing. So I'll go back and edit, and that's like my fun thing. But the writing part is because I'm forced to. I don't want to have to write.
Writing is like the slow, tedious part.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Is when you can actually feel like you know, because writing is developing the framework, and then editing is like within that framework you can finally like have some creative liberty, but you have enough guidance that you don't really need to like stress out over it.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh. But you know, you still have to write if you want to see the thing that you're writing. And yes, I know people will be like ChatGPT, but that's the thing, right? Like, I feel like it's not about using technology to get what you want. It's more about like the skill that it takes to do the thing on yourself. Like when people invented the ability to take photographs, that did not stop people from painting. It's just less about like getting an accurate picture of something and more about managing to make it look the way you wanted to or sound the way you wanted to in the case of writing. Now you're unsure if Lynn is actually drawing this. Yeah. This whole time I was never turned human. I've always been a clockwork automaton. You figured out my secret.
That's a hella advanced clockwork technology.
Hey, clockwork can get great as long as the clockwork's really, really small.
True.
Very true. Have you seen the XKCD comic about rocks and like simulating a computer?
No.
Oh, okay. There's like an old XKCD comic about planting a bunch of rocks in a row on a desert for infinite amounts of time and infinite amount of space, and eventually you can simulate all of life.
Sure. Makes sense to me. It doesn't really, but
No, because, okay, so, like, imagine that you have some language interpretation of reading the rocks in the desert, right?
oh, I see. Like if you were to interpret what the rocks are like.
Yeah.
I see. So a library of wait, library. Nope, Tower of Babel situation.
Ooh, not even Tower of Babel, I guess. It's more like a literal computer. You would have, like, a row of rocks in, like, ones and zeros, because if a rock is there, then it's a 1, and if it's not, then it's a 0. And then you'd read it like a computer, and you could simulate, eventually you could simulate two particles interacting if you wanted to read it the right way.
I see.
And then, you know, you could go on from there, build upwards, and if you had infinite time, you could theoretically simulate an entire universe.
I guess. So who wants to do that? Who wants to make that their hobby?
Rocks in the desert, folks. Going once, going twice. So did everyone have a fun day? Dust did not.
Actually, work was slow today. The drive home was slow today. I have like really important things to do at work, but I really don't want to get started on them. It's like this big daunting task. So I just handled a bunch of like little tasks today.
That's fair. Yeah.
And that was boring too. I don't know, man. Work is not fun right now.
That is entirely fair. I
just got out of like a big design heave. So
okay.
I don't wanna do other. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that sucks.
It's a time.
Yeah, for me at work at least, it's more like, well, I've gotten, so there's like we have a neural network that is doing what we want. I helped write it. I didn't get all the credit for it, because I mean, I can't take all the credit for it, because I, like, helped write it. But it's been written, so now we just have to, like, run it and do tests and stuff, and that's, like, the boring part, and have to do, like, I gotta, like, write a pipeline, I gotta, like, scale it up, I gotta launch it, and gotta make it go to production and have all the things work out the way they are, and then, yeah, it just, that's the boring stuff.
The big daunting task I have to do is I need to pump out drawings for all of my custom designs that we can fabricated. So that's another like big old boring.
See, that sounds fun to me.
Podcast while I'd say drawings. You know, these are like highly structured drawings. At the end of the day, they look cool, but like making them is not that fun.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh yeah, wait. Additional drafting tools that would be fun.
Oh, but, okay, neat. But also the solar eclipse. I forgot about that. How was that, everyone?
Was anyone in the path of the total eclipse?
Yeah, I saw the pictures in the Discord. Some of y'all got some amazing photos.
There were pictures in the Discord. Wait, let me go look it up. Banana Guy Bob had like actual pictures of a total solar. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah, I think someone, I forgot exactly who, but also people had posted some amazing pictures. Yeah, y'all. What the hell? Even the people who got like the slivers, it was so cool. Yeah, I didn't see shit.
I got a bunch of pictures from I2 who.
Oh.
Not to reveal too much, but she's in New York.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, I think they got like a good 90%.
Oh. Yeah, Gira, was it you who posted like the super centered one? Someone posted like a super centered one from their friend or something? I don't remember. You were at 99.8 totality. Oh my gosh. You were also hanging out at someone's ranch. Oh, damn. Wait, Aaron, you had the day off? What the hell? Because of the eclipse? They're just like, all right, man, take the day off. Go find the eclipse.
It makes you want to actually see the next one. I saw like a 70% eclipse one time. Like, it wasn't like glasses and stuff. I had.
Wait, were we
like,
together for this one?
No. This was like way back. I don't think I was like I had even met you.
Okay, I remember seeing an eclipse like near the place where we used to live, actually.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, there was that like one eclipse at our.
Yeah, were you there for that?
I think so. Yeah.
You were probably there for that.
I don't know what I saw. Did we see anything then?
No, it was. I think it was.
Glasses and stuff?
It was a bit cloudy, and like we didn't have the best view, anyways.
Shit, you're right. And then people were posting memes about how cloudy it was.
Yeah.
They were like, here's a solar eclipse picture from today, and then
it's just clouds. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible, but you know, we were close at least.
I paused drawing because I need to ask people. Just the color scheme.
Ooh, color scheme. Your district gave up and had the day off because hundreds of teachers took the day off and no subs wanted to cover. That's actually hilarious. I love that. Everyone's like, all right, forget, man, we're going. Bye.
You'll probably get a lot of educational value out of going to see the eclipse, so.
I mean, imagine like tour buses of students though, like all on the way. I feel like there'd be traffic jams, just tons of traffic jams everywhere.
But like, Oh no, I mean like by the students having the day off. Of
Oh,
school,
okay.
they will probably go watch the eclipse in their backyard, and
Oh, true.
yeah,
True,
they
true.
would probably learn more than they do in school. Okay. Let's do a color palette. And yeah.
Ooh, do I get to pick one, or is that someone already picked one? Pick a color palette.
Oh,
someone
Aaron
suggest one.
Aaron's saying green and like a red grape color, like a
What?
wine red.
Red grape.
Green and red grape color.
Red grape.
You mean like purple? You mean
Like reddish
wine
purple?
color?
I'm thinking like reddish purple. I feel like that is
Reddish
vaguely.
purple? Yeah,
No?
yeah, we can do that.
I mean, I don't know if that's what Aaron meant.
I don't want to go too yellow green, so let's choose a green.
Because of
IDK
recent
got any
milestone
grapes?
pushes, the company was like, you all get 2 days off. That's awesome. That's actually really cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I hope you used your days off well. I did not have days off and I went traveling, so I had to take more. I'm just casually taking more vacation days. It's all good. We have a decent vacation package at my workplace, so at least,
That's nice.
yeah, at least I can take a few vacations.
I didn't get shit.
Oh no. Wait, you guys have okay
Well,
vacation, right?
Yeah, we have a vacation coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go, hopefully. Blind suggests the color palette of white, off-white, and slightly gray.
I think that's called monochrome.
Username
actually
checks out, Blind. No,
There
I'm
you
kidding.
go.
I love that, that's great.
Actually, ooh, I just put 3 different colors on the just like three random
Ooh.
grape, green
Grape colors. It's just
colors,
grapes. That's what
yeah.
you're drawing today. It's
Yeah,
only
it's
grapes.
just grapes. Yeah, actually, this looks pretty good. Let's go with this.
Okay,
Um,
neat. You get 10 days off a year besides summer. Oh, that's fair. Okay, yeah, because teachers, right? You have 3 months off. That's awesome. I want 3 months off.
oh yeah. Teachers got it good for like.
But
2
then
months
again,
a year.
I
And
feel like
then,
the
they
rest of
wanna
the
feel
time,
sick for the rest
yeah,
of the time,
exactly.
Yeah. they're
Oh, no.
really just like lopsided in terms of
Yeah.
the. Yeah.
Oh, you only get 2 months as a teacher? Wow, it's not even that good. Oh no. Oh no. I've said this before, but teachers need to be paid more. As someone who taught a lot of things, but not in like a high school teacher, but like as a college TA or like my own little private tutoring business or just volunteer tutoring for people. Yeah, for all of those, teaching takes a lot out of you. It's fun. It's so fun, and that's why I kept doing it,
yeah.
but it does take a lot out
I
of you.
mean, it takes a lot of preparation and it
Yeah,
takes a lot
yeah.
of like a lot of knowledge too. Like you gotta be a master in your field to be able to teach somebody else that.
I used to specifically teach things that I was currently taking to people just so that I could figure out more about it, and I feel like that kind of helped, you know? Like, being able to teach someone just really cements your knowledge of whatever you're trying to teach, or whatever you're trying to learn at the moment, yeah. Super cool stuff. You end late May and start back late July. Okay. Is that how... Wait, really? School doesn't start in, like, August or something? Damn. Or, like, September, right? No? That was like September.
Depends on where the school is.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Huh. Have a few weeks before the kids go back so you can set up, work on lesson plans. Ah, okay, fair.
Yeah,
All
like
right, this
lesson plans,
prep
nobody wants
work.
to do that shit.
Yeah, I started a tutoring branch back in my day. So me and 13 other people were crammed in a room. This was for like one of the electrical engineering classes, which I am not an electrical engineer, but I liked that class. So we all got together and we all sat in like a room and we were like writing material for an entire like tutoring branch, like over the course of a year. What sorts of things would people need to know for each of the topics that are being taught in this class if they hadn't gotten like the background before coming in? Because there's a lot of students who didn't really have that background. Like kind of either underprivileged folks or folks who didn't know that they were going to do electrical engineering before they decided to. Things like that. And even though you start off at a
Electrical
desk...
honors school really like throws you off the deep end.
It does, yeah. It just chucks you right in. So we're like, all right, let's teach some basics. And we started with the basics and we went all the way down into like the super, hard stuff that people might still need help with because it's hard. And it took so long to write all that material. I was like, ah.
Oh yeah.
There were multiple times where we would just be in that room working on our stuff, like working on writing material that we would be teaching later. And someone would be like, okay, but like, how do you solve this? Like, how do you solve this? And we'd all write up the thing on the board and we had like, our whiteboard markers and all that. And we'd look at it and we'd be like, none of us know how to solve this either. And they're like, what the hell? How did you just come up with a question that none of us can solve? And like one of us is like, no, I got this. And we'd like go up and work on it. And we'd be like, And then someone's like, no, that doesn't work because like this one breaks, and we're like, what? Should we go build the circuit and try it? Like, it was a good time.
Yeah, the only class I've like officially taught is the comics art class.
Yeah.
I did do a little bit of tutoring. Oh, you know what? In that same program, I did also do like a student-taught aerospace engineering class. So I guess that is kind of like related to my profession.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I taught language arts for a bit, which is not related to my profession at all.
Oh, yeah.
Nor am I good at it, actually. Can confirm Lynn was smart with that? Wait, what? What? What was I smart in? I missed the context, I'm sorry.
Or like lesson planning?
Oh, lesson planning? I mean, I definitely had to do a lot of that lesson planning. And then sometimes I'd be like, okay, there's a worksheet. Nice. I got like 5 minutes before class starts. Let me just take a look at that. All right. Okay, I'll figure the rest out as we go. Those were the fun days. One time I had an intense sore throat and I could barely talk, but class was there and I had to teach, you know, I had to. And I couldn't find anybody else to cover because I was the boss, so I would need to find someone else. Like, I couldn't just ring up the boss and be like, yo, find me someone else, because that was my job. So I was like, all right, frick it. Frick it, weeball.
American Sign Language.
I taught in silence, actually. I wrote things up. I wrote up answers for people asking questions. Like, people still ask me questions, and I just wrote the answers on the board. It was like a kind of diagram-based. I think this was still electrical engineering, so it was like very diagram-based. I could write up the equations and kind of get my point across. And then, like, point to certain things and get my point across with that. We were advanced enough in that class that we didn't need to go over the basics. So it worked for that one session. It would have been difficult. Very difficult to do that the whole time, but it worked for that one session.
Back in, that just reminded me, back in elementary school, one of my teachers, I think in, like, 5th grade, my 5th grade teacher, had something called, like, I don't actually remember what it was called either, but she had basically, like, a silence day, like a day on when nobody would talk, like the teacher wouldn't talk and the students wouldn't talk. Like it was framed as kind of a game. At the same time, I feel like she was just like trying to get us to shut up for like a day.
Yeah, that's probably it, isn't it?
Like everybody would bring in like whiteboards and write everything that they were gonna say. That was like a fun thing that we did.
That's so cool.
Also, you know, benefited the teacher.
Yeah, no, I really like that. I think that's interesting. People asked questions and Lynn just glared at them menacingly until they broke eye contact. Okay, so still fun fact. I used to also teach language arts, as I said, so that the previous silent thing was not in language arts. I think that would be difficult to teach a language arts class silently. But this one, once I taught language arts, I would have the students make speeches too, because like, you know, part of being a good writer is being able to also speak well and convey your ideas, in my opinion at least. So I did like a little bit of public speaking there too. And for the public speaking, I would have these kids go up and then start a speech, right? And as they spoke, I would stare them directly... I would stare them directly down as I knew how to type without looking. So I would just stare them directly down as they spoke. And you could see the ones who had done this sort of thing before, because some of them had done this sort of thing before. They'd be like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Like debate club and all of that shit where you speak and people are like public speaking shit.
Yeah. Like I feel like some of them knew, right? And they'd be okay with me staring them down, and this did not put them off their stride. But some of them clearly had never been under scrutiny while talking before, and you could see it in their faces as they continually glance back at me instead of at the audience, and they like, and they like start sweating, and they're kind of like, I'm like, no, get used to it. You're gonna have to be okay with this. You know, like people are sometimes
you were, like silent. At least you were encouraging about it.
I was decently encouraging. I was only really doing it because I mean, where else am I gonna look, right? Like I'm not. I'm not gonna stare off into space as they do their thing. I'm gonna look at them so I can judge them and also judge their body language and all that other stuff that usually is decently important when you're public speaking. Not really, but decently. And then the second thing is you just like kind of put them off their nerve a little bit, you know, just for fun. But they got good at it. As a teacher, you can confirm it was probably because you guys gave her a headache test. The silent times, oh no. Secrets revealed.
You know, I would believe that if we didn't, like, you know, say we were gonna do it, like, a month in advance.
Oh, true.
I think it was, like a thing that, they used to do at, like, her previous school that she was teaching at or something.
Oh, okay. I like that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it was definitely more of, like a fun thing.
Yeah.
But
that's
still,
what it seems like.
You know, I can see the benefits of it.
Yeah.
As a teacher.
You had the lava monster that would get kids that talked. Okay, that's definitely scary. Did kids believe it, or was it more like, ah, haha, the lava monster's gonna get you? I mean, at least for me, I was humanoid. I wasn't gonna kill them. Maybe. I mean, you know, if you piss me off enough. No, I'm kidding.
Good old trauma for the children.
Yeah, just a little bit of trauma, you know. As one does. Yeah, I think in general, though, there's a lot of ways to make kids listen, but there aren't a lot of ways to make kids learn, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like sometimes you kind of just have to, like, I don't know, be like, all right, you gotta pay attention. Let's go.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I haven't worked with, like, kids enough to really know, I guess.
That's fair. I think, though, even in, like, college, like, there's a reason people don't come to class. It's because kids are just like, whatever, you know, we'll be fine. And then the test comes around and they're like, not fine. And they're like, oh no, however could this situation have happened? And sometimes it's like, okay, I see exactly why you're having trouble with this. It's because you don't understand this concept and that made it hard for you despite you spending lots and lots of time on learning this. Like, it's not working out the right way because you don't have the basics. We can fix that. But then sometimes it's like, my dude, you studied for an hour before the test. That's not going to cut it.
I mean, sometimes I did that. Guilty.
I mean, if you still ace the test, I ain't got a problem with it, you know? But, like...
I never bombed the test, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think you did pretty well. I'm sure you did pretty well. I've seen your stuff. I can't speak for your test grades, but I've seen your mechanical constructions, and I was like, holy shit. That's so cool. I just never took a class with you, so I can't speak for your test scores. The student was probably thinking, damn, I'm gonna have to fight my teacher. She better be ready for those hands. So I actually also used to do taekwondo. I'm just saying. If they tried to fight me, they can throw. Let's go. Wait, you actually had kids square off against you, Gira? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. No one tried to fight me.
I guess the possibility of that happening also depends on like what area of school you're teaching in.
True, true. Also very true. I definitely was not teaching in an area where people would have thought about fighting first. I will admit. I will admit. Nonetheless, if they had wanted to, I could have taken them. Yay! Okay, let's do like a little bit of shadow here, maybe. There. It was not a nice area, that's fair. That's fair. It takes a different type of skills, honestly, I think, to teach in like one of the areas where people may not be wanting to learn. I did have that benefit, and I appreciated it quite a bit, that the students I was teaching wanted to learn. Usually they were there because, well, okay, their parents had forced them probably, but...
I mean, yeah, but like, the schooling system is generally accepted and like, the teachers are respected to some degree by the students.
Correct, yeah. That does make it a lot easier. 104's turn-based rules. You attack for 3 seconds, then it is my turn for 3 seconds. Oh, I love that. That would have been great in freaking taekwondo, wouldn't it? Hold on, you just punched me. Can't do it again. Now give me 5 minutes so I can think up my next move. Oh, man. I can imagine me using arson, too. Like, because I feel like I've done that in every game now. It's just arson all the way down. So someone comes at me and I flick a lighter on or something. I'm like, yeah, hello.
That's promising for your methods as a teacher.
Yeah, totally. It teaches them to not mess with the teacher. You know, that's an important lesson to learn.
I mean, yeah, some kids gotta learn that the hard way. You know?
Right, yeah.
Sometimes you see the teacher lose their temper.
Why did you throw an oil flask at me in taekwondo class? Yeah, it's like, they're just like, what's this? Smells a bit strange. Is this gasoline? No, I won all my fights fair and square. Or I lost them fair and square. I was not amazing at sparring. I was good at patterns, I was good at breaking. Sparring was never my forte. You will have to wait until my next turn to find out. Some precocious student who comes in with like a 2-turn item and I'm like, damn. Some guy's like, excuse me, sir, my speed is X2. My speed is +5. What are you gonna do now?
Glad I'm getting the chance to draw Gwyn because he's got a lot of like fancy accoutrement that I didn't notice while he was beating the shit out of me.
Oh, really? I guess that's fair. Usually when someone is beating the shit out of you, it is difficult to notice these things. Usually. Must away. Alright, see you later, Sylph. Thanks for stopping by. Always I love having you around. Want to get some reading in before bed? Yo! I hope you read something good. Oh, I recently, on my trip, did I tell people? I did tell people. I bought this book called Anathem. Anathem is a book I've already read. It's by Neil Stephenson. It's very good and I recommend it. That said, I started rereading it and it's one of those things that I do this. I pick like some book or media or whatever, anime, something. And I decide that I like it a lot. And so then I decide I'm not going to think about it for the next like 10 years. And, okay, this got worse somehow. Let me fix that. But yeah, so I decided not to think about Anathem for the next, I don't know, I think actually 10 years. And then I went back and reread it. And I know I like the book, so I know I'm going to enjoy it. And it's so good. And I was like, oh, I love this book. So yeah, that's where I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing in my spare time right now is I've just been reading Anathem. I should be working on my Zelda comic more. God damn it. But I don't like audiobooks, which sucks. Because then I can't listen while I draw.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never been into audiobooks either.
I like podcasts. I do listen to a fair number of podcasts, yeah. What's the difference?
If it were an audiobook, then I'd rather just read them.
Yeah, same. I feel like I'd rather just read the book. Here. What's gonna be the next art piece? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm always taking suggestions. If you have any suggestions, by the way, feel free to either drop them in my suggestions channel in Discord, or send me one of those messages on Tumblr. That's another place where I take suggestions. Usually the Zelda suggestions will come in on Tumblr, because that's where everyone is.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm not doing Sonic the Hedgehog.
Lynn recently sent me this, like...
Oh, yeah!
What was the chain? IHOP?
Yeah, so, for the Sonic fans in chat, I have another friend who is a Sonic fan, by the way. I can never escape Sonic, no matter where I go. And this friend has alerted me to the fact that there is apparently a Sonic promotion going on at IHOP right now, question mark?
Which is so strange to me. Like, how does Sonic marketing still make money?
Why?
How is Sonic still relevant with the kids?
I will admit, I thought it was an April Fool's joke, but then I looked it up on the website and it's actually there, so...
I don't understand.
IHOP had a Magic the Gathering promo? What? That's insane. That's really cool.
IHOP has all sorts of promos.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Denny's had a Lord of the Rings promo. I've talked about this. I loved that. That was so cool. Yeah, it was like the best.
What was like? Was it just like themed menu items?
Yeah, it was themed menu items. But if you know me, I'm a sucker for themed food. Like I don't even like food usually, but if it's themed, I'll freaking get it.
I mean, honestly, the Shadow the Hedgehog chocolate pancakes look pretty good.
Yeah, I was actually. I was a fan of the Dr. Eggman Eggs Benedict. I was like, that's funny.
Yeah, that was great.
I actually don't like pancakes.
I do love Eggs Benedict.
This is the problem for me. I don't like pancakes, yeah. So I feel like... So here's the thing, right? My friend was like, oh, there's this Sonic promotion. We should go. And I'm like, okay, so 1, I don't like Sonic. And 2, I don't like pancakes. So... But I'll come anyways, goddammit.
Eggman Benedict.
I'm gonna eat the Eggman Benedict. Yeah, this is great, actually, because Eggman is one of my faves. And
Eggman is great. Eggman is a good villain.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever had an Eggs Benedict either, so I guess I'll try it, and we'll see if I like it.
Wait, Eggs Benedict are not vegetarian, are they?
No, but you can get it... Yeah, usually you can get it without, like, the meat or something. I'll have to ask and see. Yeah, so if not, then I don't lose anything, because I already don't like pancakes, so, you know.
Maybe they could do like a vegetarian sausage egg Benedict or something. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need anything on it. Just make the Benedict, right? Like it doesn't have to have
but,
stuff.
Like, the experience is with the English muffin, the meat, and the egg.
That's true. That's true.
I guess the poached egg is really the
the main part is the poached egg. I think. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And the sauce too. I don't know about the sauce. I wonder if it's like hollandaise sauce, right, or something.
Something I don't know. Like that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, Lynn. I have to unsubscribe now. Is this news to people? I don't like Sonic. I'm kidding. It's not that I don't like Sonic. It's more that I just don't know anything about Sonic. But I have been learning.
Lynn's interest would never cross paths with like the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom, but
yeah,
you've been osmosising a lot of Sonic. This is true.
I have been learning a lot of Sonic, just from the fact.
Has a favorite character.
Yeah, that's true. I have multiple favorite characters. I like Sage. I like Dr. Eggman. I like Silver the Hedgehog because he's literally just Trunks from Dragon Ball, like canonically just Trunks from Dragon Ball, as in the creator of Silver the Hedgehog was like, wow, I like this Trunks character, we should put him in Sonic.
I mean, okay, like Sonic the Hedgehog is in its entirety a ripoff of Dragon Ball.
Is Dragon Ball, yeah. I think this is why I like Sonic.
The 7 Chaos Emeralds, your hair grows yellow and goes upward and you fly around and fight stuff in space, like...
As a huge stan of Dragon Ball Z, I think that's why I like Sonic. It's because it's just vaguely Dragon Ball.
It's a shameless ripoff. Come on, that's a reason for Dragon Ball fans to not like Sonic. But
No.
That it makes you like them.
I love shameless ripoffs. Yeah, it's like my favorite thing. Like if you...
Shadow Vegeta, that's a good question. Maybe. Yeah.
No, I think he is. Yeah, Shadow is Vegeta. Right? Wait, is Shadow an ally?
Is he?
He is. He's pretty edgy.
Shadow is an anti-hero. He's an ally, yeah.
Okay, he's an ally, right?
He's an ally.
See, there you go. Yeah, then in that case, Shadow is... It's correct. Shadow is him.
Was Vegeta really that edgy? I thought he was just...
He's very edgy in the beginning, and then as things go on, he kind of like, he marries, gets a family, and kind of settles down a little. Yeah, he's very, very edgy in the beginning, though. Like, very edgy. Like, annoyingly edgy. It was the pancake, not Sonic? Wait, hold on. Oh, kids still like Sonic? You had a kindergartner at your school last year with a Sonic backpack that was bigger than her. Oh, whoa. Whoa, people...
Like, I don't know how Sonic is staying relevant with the kids. Like, I don't understand. What of the Sonic games are the kids enjoying?
the TV show? Frontiers was good, right? Frontiers was good.
Frontiers was good, but I don't think I don't know, man. What breaks children into the Sonic fandom? Like Sonic, it's one of those. It's kind of like Pokemon. It's hard to get children fans because you're at this point only feeding off of nostalgia. But like,
rip the entire Pokemon franchise. There are definitely people who are still into Pokemon. Aren't there people who are still into Pokemon? Like a lot of them, like new kids getting into Pokemon.
Are there a lot of kids getting into Pokemon?
Yeah, maybe. I feel like there are.
They're absolutely trying to stay relevant. I mean, that's with every old game franchise. But...
That's true. Oh, there's Pokemon Go, right?
Yeah, but like that also, like, who plays Pokemon Go anymore? You know?
Yeah. Almost like Dragon Ball is peak media. Heck yeah! I love Dragon Ball. I have not read the new stuff. Huh?
Is Dragon Ball staying relevant with the kids?
Yeah, surprisingly, a little bit, I think, because there's like a new thing. There's a bunch of new things, actually. They keep making new things. I have read the original Dragon Ball. And then after that, it was all fan media for me, because I was an old Dragon Ball fan. There was a multiverse Dragon Ball comic back before the canonical multiverse Dragon Ball stuff. And I was really invested in that. I actually don't know what happened to the fan multiverse comic. It was so good. Whoever wrote that thing, they were like drawing the whole thing too. And it was really, really good. It was like in style. Man, I wonder what happened to them. You even told Dust you heard small kids at a park singing a song from Sonic Adventure 2. Okay, so apparently there you go.
Yeah,
Still relevant.
How do they know about Sonic Adventure 2? Like, what about it is cool with the kids?
Okay, I have an idea. Maybe Sonic fans are becoming parents and are spreading the knowledge to their kids.
That might be so, but like, how many Sonic fans are becoming adults and having children? We clearly can't get laid.
Just shot right through the foot. I love that. It's alright. Zelda fans have a different problem, which is that everyone now expects the Zelda franchise to all be like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which it is not.
They were supposed to be deviations from the formula, but they big hits. It's kind of difficult.
Yeah. Same problem with Fire Emblem, actually, because everyone expects new Fire Emblem games to be like Three Houses, and they're not. So, oh well. Someone showed up when you were playing Sonic Frontiers and kept insisting that you play some Sonic game mode in Roblox. So maybe that's where Sonic fans are coming from. You think Roblox is carrying the Sonic fandom? That's actually hilarious. I love that.
I mean, okay. Now that I think about it, Sonic has always appealed to like edgy 12-year-olds. And, like,
are you saying you were an edgy 12-year-old, Dust?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, okay, my emo phase is never over, but...
The truth, after all this time.
But yeah, like... one of the big ways that I learned how to draw was like drawing fucking cringy Sonic fan art. Like that's
I love that.
what I would do back in the day.
I can't.
One of the first like, things that I learned how to draw was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, see, I can't judge you for that because I definitely used to draw Super Paper Mario fan art. Like that was like the thing. It was so good.
Specifically Super Paper Mario.
Oh yeah, because Paper Mario has a story. Some of the Mario games have a story too, like the adventure games and all that. But the interesting characters come from Paper Mario usually.
Oh, I see. Like Paper Mario, unique characters from that
Kind
game.
of. So usually what I mean is like the Mario games have about a few characters and they usually don't deviate from them. There is Bowser, Peach, Mario, Luigi, sometimes Daisy will show up and that's about it, right? Like normally you're not going to get anything more than that. You're usually not going to get more of a story than that either, depending on which game you're playing. But the Paper Mario franchise will introduce tons and tons of new interesting characters. Or it used to. It used to before... Oh, this is a whole argument. But the fall of the Paper Mario franchise occurred right around this game called Sticker Star. But before that, every new game would introduce these cool new characters, cool new environments, really interesting storylines, honestly. I actually really enjoyed Super Paper Mario's storyline. Thousand Year Door is coming out next month. The remake is coming out next month, and I am going to play it, by the way. So for anyone here... for anyone here that knows anything about Paper Mario, which I know there are some of you... Yo, okay, see, you might think that saying Mario and Luigi is better than Paper Mario is like is a statement that might anger me, but that is not true because I also love the Mario and Luigi franchise. Both of those things were amazing, okay? The new characters you get there, the storylines, it's just so fun. It's so cool. I wish we'd go back to that. Ugh. I bet you liked Count Bleck. Are you calling me edgy? Count Bleck is edgy. Because who didn't? Okay, that's valid. I actually, who is my favorite character in Super Paper Mario? I will admit I was a Dimentio stan. I think we all liked Dimentio back in the day. He's like this jester type, Dust. Like the kind of jester who like he's always up to something, but you don't know what. Like that type of character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which is just interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Really cool character. Usually arrives with some sort of like fanfare and then kind of like does something and then fucks off again and you're like, okay.
Oh.
What is this dude doing? He works for the bad guy, so you know he's evil. And I won't spoil the game for you, but it's very cool and I liked it. Who was my favorite? I guess my favorite level was definitely Chapter 2 in Super Paper Mario, which is the level where Mario accidentally breaks a vase in a fancy mansion and then gets enslaved. And then he has to... Oh, drawing crashed. Neat. Let's bring it back up. See, it's just Mimi influencing me over the... She's coming in through the game, turning off my drawings. She knows what I will say next. But yeah, so Mario gets enslaved by this maid woman after breaking a vase in a fancy mansion, and then has to jump and hit this block like 1,000 times in a row so he can earn enough money to pay off his debt for breaking the vase. But then you realize that instead of just hitting the block 1,000 times, and there's like a little spike of electricity that it just like continually goes along the floor and forces you to jump. So that if you don't jump, you'll get hit by the electricity.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But you don't actually have to do that, because instead, what you can do is you can find the elite prisoners room where there's like a hamster wheel. And in the hamster wheel, you can simply run to generate electricity, which is what the lady wants you to do. And and so if you're running and generating electricity, you can earn a lot more and pay off your debt faster, which is so much cooler, right? But then the thing is, actually, it doesn't matter, because no matter what you do, she's always going to keep increasing the debt so that you don't get anything back. So you realize the only way to pay her back is to get her own money and then give it back to her. So you meet this other guy, you meet like a pixel, which is a type of like helper character that shows up in this game specifically and never shows up anywhere else. But you meet this new pixel who lets you turn sideways to go through objects, because remember, you're like a 2D person in a 3D world.
Right.
So you can turn sideways now. You could turn sideways always, actually. But while you did that, the whole world would turn sideways around you. Now you are allowed to turn sideways and slip through like specific points in the wall. So you slip through this point of the wall, you avoid a bunch of lasers, and you have to pay like a huge ransom to this one random prisoner who knows the secret code to Mimi's vault. And you break in and you take her money, and then you give it back to her. And and all of this happens within the second level of the chapter. There's actually more after this. So
Interesting.
it was very cool. I loved it. I was having so much fun. Gira's like, what the frick is Lynn talking about? Yeah, so this is chapter 2-2 in Super Paper Mario. It's like, this is all like 2-2 and 2-3, I think. 2-4 is different, and involves searching for a mystical fortune teller within the depths of the mansion, and and eventually you find her hiding in the bathroom, and you get in the bathroom and you play a quiz game show in order to find the real mystical fortune teller, because there's two of them there, and one of them is Mimi in disguise and the other one is the actual person. And so this whole game show format just immediately rolls out of the ground, and like a random contestant people start showing up, and this guy's like, question, what does Mimi truly, or what does like the fortune teller Merly truly like, and it just goes from there. It's actually the best game ever. I could talk about this game for ages, purely because it's so freaking hilarious and so random at times. But that's what we liked. That's what we liked about the Mario franchise, and they took it away from us. They took it away from us. And now we're stuck. Doomed. Doomed to play games like Sticker Star. I mean, Origami King wasn't that bad, actually. Yeah, but anyways. Wait, is stream over? No, the software just crashed. Yeah, it's back now. Here. I'll make the Berengaria bigger to make up for it. There. Level 2 was the gamer level. Yo, the gamer level. That was level 3, by the way. And I freaking love that too. Oh my gosh, it's so good. There's a whole set of levels where you're trying to break into the fortress of this absolute nerd. Like, like one of the Leet Speak nerds from like the old days who like goes on chat forums looking for girls. It's so funny. And like Peach is there, right? So like there's this whole part where you're playing essentially a dating sim, except in reverse, because you're Peach and you're trying to avoid the guy. It's so good. It's hilarious. Like I think some girls were like offended by this or something. I was not offended. I was having the time of my life. It was hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, Francis, that was his name. He's this giant lizard nerd geek type of guy, and he just has this entire mansion where he has like video game memorabilia. And you need to go in there and find the pure heart. And in order to do that, you have to figure out what this guy is up to. So, so funny. Companies killing so much fun these days. Yeah, I don't know. I did hear about the thing that Aaron's talking about. They had some issue about adding unique and interesting features to Toads. Like, Nintendo was apparently not happy about this. Yes, I do remember hearing that. Why would they not be happy about this? And first of all, forget the Toads. Like, give us new characters, you know? Like Vivian from Thousand Year Door. I don't remember too much of Thousand Year Door because I've been trying to forget it for years so that I can play it again and experience it all like it's the first time. But I remember Vivian, and it was cool. I liked Vivian. I did not like Madame Fleury. Is she in the remake? She's gonna be in the remake, isn't she? Some companions good, some companions bad. Yeah, it's a hard knock life, I guess, in the Paper Mario fandom, because we all know what the series could be, and it has not gotten there again in a long time. Origami King came close, but it's not there. I suppose it must feel a little bit like Sonic. Well, Sonic Frontiers was good, right? Like, I'm talking about games in which the franchise could be better, but isn't now.
Sonic Frontiers was good for a Sonic game.
Okay, but
it could have been better.
No?
It could have
Okay.
objectively been better.
Oh no. Alright, close enough.
I mean, there's parts of it that I really liked, and parts of it where I thought it could just, like, have objectively been better, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, that's what makes a good game, right? I feel like no game is perfect.
I don't know. I felt like the shortcomings were pretty obvious.
Oh,
and
okay.
Maybe Sega would have been able to handle those, but...
Sad. At least Paper Mario still exists. Thanks, Alpha Dream. God damn it, you're right. Ugh, I know. I love the Mario and Luigi franchise just as much. And by the way, the stories get just as wacky in that one. But they're always, like, somehow touching and, like, very cute and wholesome by the end. Sometimes very dark, too. But, like, you know, by the end, things will work out, I guess. And it's just so nice. It's so nice. We got a Superstar Saga remake a few years ago, at least, so that's Mario and Luigi. Wasn't there also Paper Jam? Surprisingly enough, for someone who really loves both the Mario and Luigi franchise and the Paper Mario franchise, I've never played Paper Jam, which is supposed to be, I think, a crossover. Yeah, so Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Yeah, it's hilarious. I like the name. I think that's actually a funny name. It's a crossover between the Mario and Luigi franchise and the Paper Mario franchise, I think.
Oh.
So Paper Mario is canonically a different character than Mario, like he's just not Mario.
Oh. That's like like what they did with Sonic Generations.
Oh. Oh, right, fair.
There's Mario games where Mario collaborates with himself, right?
There's Partners in Time, where he goes back in time and meets his younger self, and Luigi, and
There you go,
Luigi's
Sonic
younger self.
Generations.
Yeah, okay. Although in
It's
this
all been
case, it's
done.
like Baby Mario.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, Baby Mario.
Yeah. That's where Baby Mario came from, I think. Well, actually, was Baby Mario in... Oh, well, Baby Mario was in Yoshi first, I guess, but... You would rather have a series die off and be neglected than to get milked with bad and disappointing entries. That's almost kind of true. So here's the thing, right? Origami King introduced a few new people to the franchise. Like, not a lot. But I'm sure there are some people out there who hadn't heard of Paper Mario before, and they were like, oh, a Mario game, let me try it, you know? And maybe they got just a tiny bit more interested in the franchise and decided, hey, I'm gonna go play some new ones. Oh, Tom Rules, you're just in time. We were talking about the Mario franchise. But yeah, I feel like maybe just a few people played Origami King and thought to themselves, this is kind of cool. Like, maybe I'll go buy one of the older games. And in that case, they would have been in for a treat, because everything beyond a certain point is very, very good. But the thing is, I feel like a lot more people probably played Origami King and then realized, this is not good. I guess I don't like Paper Mario. And then they just never come back to Paper Mario at all, so Vasco, you played Origami King and it's the only game you've ever quit. Holy shit. That's actually really bad. So Dust, for context, Origami King's combat system is a set of concentric rings in which enemies stand, and you have to hit them in a turn-based fashion, except you must also move the rings so that they are easier to hit before hitting the enemies. And if you don't do this, it's just a pain, and you have to hit them more times, because if you don't move them, they're in, like...
Too much brain power.
Yeah, it takes too much brain power all the time, and, like, for me to say this, I love games that take a brain power. I play Fire Emblem for fun. But literally everything in the game just, it speaks to, like, not fun taking brain power, but, like, drudgery taking brain power. Because it's always, like, one or two moves that will put the people back where they should be, and then you can just hit them and kill them all at once. But the amount of time it takes you to sit there and figure out which moves of the concentric circles and, like, the specific radial lines you can move, whichever lines of those are going to optimize it, if instead of just doing all that, you can kind of just hit them, and they'll die, but you have to do more hits. So, like, then why even play the game, right? Like, there's nothing... It's not fun.
Interesting.
Try to like it, but it punishes you too much on the boss fights for random BS. Okay, so yeah, and the boss fights also take place on the concentric circles. Except now you have to do all sorts of weird things, and I will say they were very creative in what they used there. I really like how creative they were. Like, sometimes it's like you have to move to the square and do, like, a specific paper attack, and sometimes you have to, like, the whole ring gets turned into ice, and then you have to break the ice at some point, and then do other stuff, and... But, like, the thing is, it's all timed. So you don't have as much time as you want to just sit there and look at the circles and figure it out. It's like, you have 30 seconds, go. So what I used to do is, like, I'm a grown-ass adult playing Paper Mario Origami King, and I would take a picture of the screen, and I would pause the game. Like, it was one of those things where I'm like, why am I solving this? Like, it's literally what I found myself thinking. Like, why am I solving this shit? Why can't I just hit the freaking boss? Like, I've done my time. I paid my 4 bits. I should be allowed in here. Oh my gosh. I did play all of Origami King. Yeah, it's good, but it's lacking a lot of things. I think the combat system was not fun.
Some
Also,
games that are lacking, you just play because you love the franchise.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, the question becomes, do I love the franchise enough to play these? The answer at some points is like, Oh, man. Hit it till it dies, me all the time.
Who thinks I should play Sonic 06 on?
Oh no, I ran out of leaves.
Let's see if I really love this.
Sonic 06, is that the bad one? Is that the one?
Yeah.
No? Okay, sad.
No, it is, yeah.
Oh no. Don't admit it.
No, it is. I'm not afraid to admit that Sonic 06 was a fucking atrocity on the gaming world. And
Oh no.
Sega should apologize for more than just the Sonic fandom. Just like general, the gaming industry took a hit on that day, I feel.
Hell. When a game is so hated.
Like, it went too far, man. It went too far.
Oh no. Also, random note, you find yourself in Dust Realms on work travel. Oh no! Oh no, I hope you don't have to travel as far as Dust was. Yeah, that sucks.
Wait, what?
Assuming that Tom Rules is also traveling a lot. Potentially doing one of those long drives.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. As the Southerners say, bless your soul for making it all the way through Origami King. Thank you. Yeah, I will need a blessed soul after what I had to experience. It wasn't that bad, honestly. It wasn't that bad. It was very tiresome. Which is weird in a game that is supposed to be young and fun. Because, look, so there's the other thing is that, like, the gameplay, as I'm saying, like, it's hard enough that you want more time in a game that's made for potential young kids. And then the storyline is, like, all over the place. Because at some points, it is very wacky and, like... Not even wacky enough that I would like it, just like kind of like out of the box. Like, why is Mario dancing with the tree that he just met? I don't know, that the tree started dancing and now Mario's also dancing. This feels like a 5-year-old's kindergartner's TV show, you know? But yeah, I was like, and then sometimes your friend talks about their own dead friend and the last remaining relic of that friend. Both friends are bob-ombs, by the way. So the last remaining relic of that other friend was a fuse.
Right.
Yeah, and he's like, this is the last remaining piece of my friend, and he lost his fuse before he died in this shipwreck. I need to go find it again so that I can come back here to this rock that's trapping your other friend, and I'm gonna blow the rock up by killing myself, and then at least your other friend will be alive. And I'm like, what the hell? Mario was just dancing with trees. What went on? What is this? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I guess play Origami King? Question mark. Not really. The best thing about being here is hopefully you won't fall asleep halfway through Lynn's stream because you're in the same time zone. Please do not fall asleep if you're driving. Otherwise, and if you need some sleep, get some sleep. Sleep is important.
Yes, please sleep in lieu of watching Lynn's. If you're watching my stream, don't you dare. Not true. Please go get sleep.
Yeah, do go get sleep, everyone. If you need sleep, please do it. Are links banned? Links are never banned in this Zelda franchise. I want a link to the meme that you keep referencing with hit it until it dies. Oh, links shouldn't be banned, but you do need to ask me before posting one, I guess. Which you have done. You may post it. You may go for it. Or you can just post it in the Discord. Yeah, that's also a thing. Toss it in the memes channel if you feel like, yeah. It's a good point. Up to you. Either one works. I'm fine with that. Yeah, the random top 10 sad moments out of nowhere. I was like, what's going on? And then you have to console the other friend, you know, the one who just got saved, about the fact that Bobby gave up his life to save her. Like, she's, like, depressed. Rightfully so, because...
Wait, I just realized I haven't been looking at chat at all.
Oh no, look at chat.
Okay, never mind. No new message stuff.
Always good to look at chat.
My bird is making it impossible to draw
True.
in this time.
Yeah, your bird is a stage hazard sometimes, and sometimes a companion. It really depends on the day.
Why not both?
Why not both? True.
He's kind of nippy. He doesn't want to be touched that much.
Oh no.
Touch everything. I have a lot of yarn, and he's chewing on all the yarn.
Oh yeah, wait, birds and yarn probably don't mix as well, do they?
Wait, why don't birds and yarn mix?
Because they would peck it apart and stuff, no?
Oh, I guess like if I let him play with it enough, but before that I don't want him playing with it because you know
Okay.
like the fibers get in his system and he can touch them.
Oh, I see, that's fair. Lynn promotes sleep while driving. No, don't sleep if you're driving. Unless you're like one of those people that can like fight when they're sleeping. You know, there's like that guy from like Tower of God. He like actually fights when he's asleep. If you're like that, then you can go for it. Because then I'm assuming you also have the coordination to drive while asleep. Oh, like that guy from Demon Slayer, right? Zenitsu? Does he fight when he's asleep? He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he fights
he does.
exclusively when he's asleep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was hilarious because a later thing also says that he trained like 1,000 times or something to be able to fight. So the question is, was he sleeping when he was training? Or is he just able to only fight and access that training when he's asleep? Or did the person who trained him know that he was sleeping? Does he know that he's sleeping? I don't know. I'm not gonna judge.
One of our hot topics back in the day was talking
about Demon Slayer. Freaking Demon Slayer.
It's one of the few animes that I've watched.
It's one of the few animes I don't particularly like. I am, however, known for my rather not normal taste in things, so...
I mean, I feel like, no, neither did I really like it. Like, I can see why people liked it.
Yeah, I can see.
Fun for sure, and the art is great, and the animation.
The animation's good, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, I want more than that.
Don't they cut in like 3D animation a little bit too? And
oh yeah, for sure. It's done with 3D and 2D, which is a little bit of a hack because it's a lot easier with 3D. I know, I've worked on these systems.
Right.
Literally one of our final projects that I would grade was like, do like a cell shaded water thing, like go for it, folks. And like they would all do it, and it's like that's what they're using in Demon Slayer. Like I was like, okay, fine.
I feel like ever since like 3D art started making, or 3D modeling started working its way into like more 2D animation media, the animations that kind of like take advantage of the uniqueness of 3D animation rendered in a 2D style those are really cool, I think.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think that's like a hybrid style that I'm really into. Spider-Verse did that really well.
Agreed, actually. Oh, true. Yeah, no.
I mean, ever since Spider-Verse came out, like every animation studio has been trying to do it.
It's so good, though. Yeah, I agree. Gira says, yes, finally someone else that doesn't like Demon Slayer. Yeah, I've been pretty outspoken about not liking it. But then again,
yeah,
I think...
No, I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah, I heard it gets better. I heard it gets better. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
I think I watched all of it, and the movies.
I watched all of it until Mugen Train, which I also watched, and then after that I just stopped. There's more now, right?
There's a second movie.
Oh.
Maybe even a third movie.
Oh, shit, okay. It's gone further.
No.
Further than I thought.
But,
oh, good night. See you later. Better see a Korok in the corner. I just saw that. I should drop. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do it. Wait.
I2 is really into Demon Slayer, and I don't have the heart to tell her that I don't really.
Wait, I didn't know that.
I told her the other time.
Now I can't complain about Demon Slayer in front of I2. God damn it.
I mean, you can,
Here,
and she'll be receptive to like. She'll concede your points because they're good points. I don't know. I don't actually know what I2 likes about Demon Slayer.
I mean, this is good animation.
I guess.
There's like 2 seasons after the train. Oh, that's a lot.
Some shonen anime and manga just works off of that like really cool feeling vibe.
Yeah, the cool feeling.
If it's fun, people like it, and honestly, like that's a pretty good formula. But I want something a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I usually prefer media that I haven't seen something like it before to something that I have seen but done better. So usually I will pick, for example, like Assassination Classroom over like I don't know, Demon Slayer, where like Demon Slayer is good and they did a great job of like getting the whole point across and all that, but I prefer the new stuff.
Can't. He's threatening me at peak point. I need to chisel.
He's threatening you at peak point. Have you seen Frieren? I've been a fan of Frieren since before the anime. I read it like ages ago, and I really liked it. And I was like, wow, this thing could use an anime. And then they came up with one. I'm a huge fan of both Frieren and Undead Unluck, which it's weird to me. I've talked about this on stream before, I'm sure. But it's weird to me that out of the two of them, Frieren is the one that got famous, and Undead Unluck has been consigned to, I don't know, I guess like backseat anime status, which is a little sad because Undead Unluck is very, very good. But the Frieren adaptation, I've seen both animes now, and the Frieren adaptation is just so good. I have not finished Frieren yet, so don't tell me what happens. Because the last time I read the manga was like 7 years ago or something, and it was basically at the end of the first season is where I stopped reading the manga. So I vaguely remember it, and I don't want to know. I'm gonna go find out when I eventually watch the rest of it. But I was like, oh, this is really good. They did such a good job adapting Frieren, and then Undead Unluck, they fumbled the ball in so many places where I can see that it could have been better, but it just isn't. Okay, this is like the shittiest Korok you've ever seen. It's amazing. Here.
Step up. He's not stepping up.
Frieren is cute, enough said. I will say, Frieren, very cute, wonderful female protagonist. I love it. However, the girls in Undead Unluck are just so good. They are so cool. I can't even. They're awesome. I love it. Spoiler, Frieren can use magic. Gasp. How could you? No, I'm kidding. You're a wizard, Frieren. There. Shitty Korok. Woo. I'm gonna shrink it. And put it in the corner here. There. Literally no one will notice this shitty Korok. See? Oh shit, actually it kind of looks pretty visible. Wait, let's make it a little even less visible.
Koroks deserve to be seen, excuse me.
Koroks deserve to be seen. I am the Lin and I speak for the trees. Had to step out a minute, but to bring back the Mario topic, you tried Mario Wonder. Oh, I forgot about Mario Wonder. Is it good? Oh, wait, speaking of Mario Wonder, have people here tried out Princess Peach Showtime? Because, like, I saw the videos. I saw some gameplay, because I was like, I'm not going to buy this. Huh?
What's Princess Peach Showtime?
Okay, so they made a Peach game, which I am happy about, because I like Peach. They've actually already made a Peach game, and it was bad. So I was like, maybe they're going to make a good one this time. And the answer is...
I do know of the bad Peach game, yes.
Yeah, there's one about, like, her using her emotions or something. I've never played it, but it exists. And yeah, I looked at Princess Peach Showtime, and it looks it looks interesting, but like I don't know if it's good enough. That's the thing. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's like this weird. It looks okay. It looks like they put a lot of effort into a specific aesthetic, but then apparently made it way too easy. So now you're alienating old fans because like there's no challenge, there's no like fun. Yeah, it's not positive reviews, but it's not really negative reviews either because some of it looks amazing. Some of the forms, specifically the freaking Baker form, that little animation where she's just standing still with her hands behind her back and like kind of like kicking her legs up, that's so cute. But yeah, I don't know, I love the aesthetic. I love all the different outfits she takes as she fights through the worlds, but I wish they'd gone a little bit more serious with it, just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's a bit shallow in gameplay and it's also a bit shallow in story.
What's the target demographic of this game?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because, like, a lot of Peach fans are adults. I think the target demographic is, like, 5-year-old girls, but that's not a good target demographic to target.
I don't think 5-year-old girls nowadays like Princess Peach.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the fans of Princess Peach are, like, freaking adults, man. like, like, at least add a hard mode or something. But the thing is that they have to essentially juggle 10 different playstyles. Because the way that Showtime works is that you can dress up as these 10 costumes, and like each level will have you dress up as one of the 10 costumes and do a bunch of stuff. And the stuff you do changes depending on which level you're in and which costume you're dressed up as. But, and some of them are really cool. I think there's like a detective one, and there's a patisserie one. That's the baker one I was talking about, where you just bake cakes. Like, you're not even fighting, you're just baking cakes. And like the detective one has you like actually solving crimes or something, and like there's like a ninja one where you like hide and sneak and you like climb up on things and like do like cool wave ridey motions, and it looks really cool. But the thing is that they had to balance all those 10 gameplay styles, and because of that I think none of them looked quite great. I don't know. I feel like I want to try it. I want to try like the demo or something and judge it, but I've been told the demo is not a good thing either, but yeah, I don't know. The premise is basically Peach is female and can do literally anything. Yeah, that's, yeah. Which is like, I mean, that's fine as a premise. Like, obviously, I've written like an essay on this, on what I like about girls in video games and what I want to see from like female characters in video games. Someone asked me about my Zelda comic. Someone's like, I really love the representation. And I'm like, thanks. Like, I didn't mean to write a comic about 9 girls, but I guess because I'm writing about the Zeldas and they're all girls, I guess I'm writing about 9 girls. Except, I guess Lullaby, technically, because she's chic, is also kind of a guy. Okay, but anyways. The point is, trans representation, let's go. But yeah, no, I think in general, I feel like girls have to be, it's not like they have to be written in a certain way. It's just literally just write a guy and make them a girl, or write the part that they're a girl into their character in an interesting way. But I think a lot of new media has forced women in media to become like amazing and badass and like super cool, and like they like, their only flaw is that they like, I don't know, they care too much about the world or something like that. And like either it's like the badass edgy female archetype, or it's like the absolutely perfect woman who can do everything female archetype, and I am not a fan of either of those. So I think write some more girls with flaws, folks.
Gender should be like empowering as like an interesting character trait rather than a gimmick. You know, I feel like a lot of like I guess traits attached to gender are gimmicks nowadays.
Yeah.
They pay too much attention to trying to empower like different genders that it's becoming like a you know, it's forced.
Yeah, it's forced, exactly.
Yeah.
This is the same problem that I had with Princess Peach in the Mario movie, or with Galadriel in Rings of Power. I talked about all this. I talked about all this in my response, but like, it's just a thing that keeps happening, yeah. Not sure if you played any of the Atelier games, but they tend to have strong girl leads. That sounds cool, yeah. I think the thing is that a lot of people mess up a strong girl lead by making them, like, perfect. or not even perfect, but like not respected, I guess. Because that's another trope I've seen a lot. This is exemplified by Galadriel in Rings of Power, where it's like the girl is super strong and can totally do anything, and the audience is supposed to know this, but then everyone else is like, oh, Galadriel, you are simply a young child, teenage girl person, and we don't trust young child, teenage girl persons. So like, come on, what do you mean Sauron's back? You're so small. Go back to being a young child, teenage girl person, because no one trusts those people. And Galadriel's like, but I am right, and I know it. Sauron will be back eventually. And like, obviously she's right, and she's like correct about this, but like, I don't know, like no one respects her. And that's because she doesn't respect anyone either, because like later on her team will be like going through the wilds or something. They're like in some snow fortress, and everyone's like, dude, Galadriel, we've looked for Sauron enough and he's clearly not here. Let's go back home, okay? We've been out here for like years. And she's like, but I'm right about this, and Sauron is right around the corner, and we have to go get him immediately. Okay, you just need to like stop not listening to me and keep listening to me so we can go get this. And yeah, I don't know, it just didn't make me like her at all. And I am a huge Galadriel fan. Like, I've read the Silmarillion. Galadriel is awesome. She's such a cool character. The way that she acts in the Silmarillion is awesome. She fights against the army of the Feanorians, despite them being kind of her kin, because her other kin is being attacked, and it puts her in this amazing moral representation situation where, like, her brothers are all like, we can't fight because we are related to both sides. And she's like, it doesn't matter because one of those sides started the war, so of course we have to fight against them. And she goes for it anyways. Like, that's cool. That's awesome representation. Ugh. And they screwed up Finrod, too. Her older brother is such an interesting character who decides to help the humans despite knowing that it will kill him. But they just kind of completely glossed over that because they don't have access to it because they didn't buy the rights to Silmarillion. Okay, I'll stop complaining about Rings of Power, but but the point is, it exemplifies everything I hate about modern female girl protagonists. I said female twice. Shit. Okay, you know what I mean.
Some females are not girls.
Oh, true. Wait, maybe? I don't know. Gender has always been to me, like a kind of vague concept. Like, if you want to be whatever gender you want to be, go for it, man. I ain't about to stop you. I ain't about to judge. We need more Yunas and Samuses. Oh, do you mean Yona, potentially? Yona of the Dawn? Because I have talked about that before. I think. Samus, though, I agree. Oh, one of my friends bought me Metroid Prime, by the way. So now I have Metroid Prime, and I need to play it. I was like, I can't, because Yuna from Final Fantasy. Oh, okay. Oh, neat. There's another character named Yona who I think is also an amazing female girl protagonist. And now I'm saying it twice because I want to. Yeah, the only thing that matters is good writing, not gender, for sure. To reiterate that old point. Oh, man, I agree. It's like they're strong because they're smart and they craft OP tools for battle. Oh. See, that's cool. I like that. I will admit, I think if you have like an interesting trait that could work on either gender, like go for it. If you have an interesting trait that's related to being a girl, also amazing. Like, you know, there are things that are important about being female. But it shouldn't define everything of the character. They should be, you know, somewhat do something. Do literally something. And then
you can be feminine and cool. Like, those are not mutually exclusive.
Yes,
why
100%.
Take away femininity to like make a character badass.
Also true. I was talking about this very specifically. I think in writing the Zelda thing that I've been writing, I've had to come up with 9 separate ways of making a rather similar character, like different, I guess, you know? Because like each of the Zeldas has to be different and have their own personality and their own flaws and their own story that they're going through, like a character arc that's going to follow them to the end of their story. And the thing is, while doing this, I was kind of just thinking about it, and I'm like, you gotta come up with things that are interesting, and that even relate to being female in some cases. Like, there are certain Zeldas where I've given them arcs where they have to deal with the fact that people don't trust them for certain reasons, you know? Like, not because they're female, but because of certain reasons. And they're like, frick it, you know? But it shouldn't be it shouldn't be the only thing that defines you, and being badass should not be relegated to specifically fighting in, a badass way, you know? There's, like, a specific Zelda that I'm calling the Diplomat. This is the Zelda from the Legend games, so, like, the ones that I'm also playing, actually. So Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, A Link to the Past. And then in this universe, we're combining in A Link Between Worlds and Triforce Heroes as well. So Triforce Heroes doesn't have a Zelda, but you know what I mean. So the point is, this Zelda, she's not like the best at fighting or anything. But she's a decently powerful. She can do some magic if someone helps her out, and like other people can help her out with that. But her main skill is diplomacy. Because in her games, there are many, many other countries that her Link goes and like either liberates or saves in some way, or at least like visits. And all of those countries in her world are trying to form like an alliance. And she has to deal with the fact that all of these very, very different people, some of whom kind of hated each other at the beginning, are all trying to work together for once, right? And like the question is, do they want to work together? And can she potentially help them figure out why they don't want to work together? And can she potentially figure out what's stopping them from working together? Because there is something going on in the background that she has to deal with. And all of that requires a different sort of skill set. There's another piece of media that I've seen where there's like there's a bunch of people that are getting together to set a revolution and like dethrone this king. And all these guys are like meeting up and they're like, yeah, and we're gonna summon our forces in the dead of night to this specific location, and we're gonna like come over here and we're gonna kill the king and we're gonna take his place. And this one lady finds out about it, and instead of like, I don't know, fighting them down, which by the way is totally a valid suggestion, if you can do it, go for it. Instead of fighting them down, she kind of just shows up and she's like, oh, but you know, you guys, you're all such venerable courtiers, and like, I wonder, wouldn't it be very cool, you know, this young prince of ours definitely needs a bride, and I know you have this daughter that like would very much appreciate an alliance like this, and like, oh, you know, the young princess of this place also kind of needs like an alliance over here, so why don't you just maybe you know, think about that a little bit, you know? Who knows, maybe that alliance could be formed even sooner than we expected. And she just kind of waltz out after essentially convincing this entire league of rebels that they don't need to rebel, because she's going to give them political power by way of a specific set of marriages that she's doing for her own sake as well. And it's really funny the way that it works, in that all of them kind of just sit there and they kind of reconsider the rebellion, and they're like, well, shit, man, we don't need to do this anymore, because if we just do this, we'll be winning. It's very cool. Genshin also does a good job with the female characters, but like gacha game, yeah. True. Oh man, yeah. I mean, well, we've seen Fire Emblem Heroes and their representation of women, which is not too bad actually. But the women get the big chests. They get the big chest there. I think Genshin does something similar, doesn't it?
Fire Emblem women are a very specific aesthetic type.
Yeah, very specific aesthetic.
I mean, not just like, I'm not just talking about honkers. I don't know, the way
they're anime. Like, that's what they are.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of them aren't. Like, there's eventually, every now and then you'll get like a character that isn't too anime, but most of them are kind of anime. Yeah.
What is not anime in Fire Emblem?
I mean, like, every now and then there's like a character with a design that isn't particularly anime, I guess. I'd have to think about it. But like, there's like, your conventionally attractive women, and then there's like your conventionally not attractive women. You definitely have like a little bit of a mix of both, but the majority is going to be conventionally attractive. How are you dealing with the two Zeldas and the NES Zelda, because they're separate characters? Yes! Okay, so the 9 main characters I've chosen are, well, I'm not going to go through all of them. If you want to check out my Instagram, I guess, if you're into Zelda, check out Insta and Tumblr. I post my Zelda stuff to both of those. And I actually recently did like little character cards for each of the Zeldas. So you can check them out there and you'll see all of them. But yeah, so I when I was doing the Zeldas from the NES games, this was one of the harder ones for me, definitely, because I know a lot about the 2 games, but I've not played 3 Zelda games out of the 21 that exist, counting Hyrule Warriors. And the 3 that I haven't yet played are NES 1, NES 2, and Hyrule Warriors I have not played. So I had to kind of do a lot of research for those 2. And I have decided through my research that I am going to keep them as separate Zeldas. I'm not combining them. The younger one, I am decreasing her age by 1 year. So like the first Zelda is now slightly younger, which is good because now she's just a tiny bit younger than the older Zelda, who shows up at the end of the second game. And to clarify things, I'm going to call the first Zelda Dawn and the second Zelda Aurora. Aurora because Sleeping Beauty, Dawn because first Zelda. And this is not names that I came up with. Full credit to the Linked Universe fandom. I'm using the Zelda names from there because they're so good. But yeah, so I played the Tingle games. I have not played Tingle Rosie Rupee Land, so apparently I have got that waiting for me. But I've decided with the 2 Zeldas that so I'm going to be focusing on Dawn, who is the Zelda from the first game, because everyone likes that game more than Adventure of Link. But there is also a bit of discord happening between the 2 of them, right? So like Dawn has never kind of seen herself as the perfect like Zelda or princess or anything. She comes in at the end of the Dawnfall timeline, which, you know, bad things are happening in. All of the Zeldas are not really like in the best of times or anything, but the Downfall timeline is one of the worst situations for a Zelda to grow up in. And her parents get killed off pretty early on, so it really sucks. And then the worst thing, for her at least, is that right after the end of her, like, so she would have been like, let's say like 9 years old at the beginning of her first adventure, and she's about 9-ish when the adventure ends. 6 years later, Link goes ahead and wakes up the second Zelda, And they both care about each other a lot, but I am giving them this sort of civil war-ish situation where like the people have taken sides. Some people support the older Zelda, some people support the newer Zelda, and they don't necessarily want this to happen, but Dawn is increasingly finding herself to be a pawn in this game. And there's also immigrants coming in because one of the old, like, I guess, theories slash comics that, like, I think Valiant Comics published a series based on this specific Link. One of the old things had him coming from this country called Galatia. And so I have put it in that this Link is an immigrant from Galatia. And because of that, there's also this immigrant population that is trying to get into Hyrule to escape the whole, like, Ganondorf thing. And now, not only do the Zeldas have to deal with the fact that there are two of them, and that one of them has just woken up after 600 years of slumber or something, and is dealing with the modern world that is so much worse than the world she comes from, but, like, she knows it and she's not going to be really mean about it or anything. Like, Aurora's trying her best to help everyone out. But they're dealing with that, and they're also dealing with the fact that the monsters are still kind of there. Like, they've been still hunting things ever since Ganon was killed. They think that killing the hero and taking the hero's blood is gonna bring Ganon back to life, and that is canon from Adventure of Link. So, you know, monsters are out there searching for things. And the immigrant population is also kind of a thing that certain people have different views on, and certain people want to support the older Zelda because they think that she'll represent, like, the majority of the past and, like, make things good again. And okay, that's getting kind of Trumpish, but I didn't mean it that way, I promise. And neither does Zelda, right? Because neither of them want to start this civil war, but they're finding themselves embroiled in it anyways. And they're going to have to deal with that. And it's so cool. It's fun thinking of all these little situations and putting together the tiny details I know about the Zeldas and making them all unique in some way. Like, emphasizing what makes them unique for each of them in their own specific games. Especially with these two, because they're both Zeldas that have to share screen time, essentially. Like, they both kind of interact with the same Link. There's no other situation in which two Zeldas meet the same Link. This is, like, the only one. So, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Did not know you were on it. Sorry, I've been talking about this for a while. It's good, okay? Go check out my Zelda stuff. I've been working on that. I have so many plans. So many plans.
So many plans and all the time to make the comic.
I know, right? Eventually, I mean, I have the next two parts kind of like sketched out. Now I've got to like outline them, and then I'm gonna draw them in. I think I'll go back. I'm gonna try to go back to color because I did the last one without color, and it was good, but it wasn't as good as I would have liked. I will admit. I kind of want to go back to doing color. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I've been doing like a lot of little extras to help me like figure out what their characters are and what each of their personalities are too, and that's been helping a lot. And it's super fun to do. Oh, I've run out of layers. I don't know. Let's combine a few. Yeah, layers are terrible. Did not know you were on Instagram. Gonna go follow. Actually, please do. I'm very close to hitting the next milestone on Instagram. I am like, I think, I'm nearly at 1,000 followers, and I want to hit that. So yay, yay. I think I'm at like 992 or something. So, so go follow me on Insta.
So go follow Lynn's instead.
Wait, no. Also go follow Dust. Wait, Dust, do you still post to Insta?
No, that's what I'm saying. My Insta's been abandoned. Yeah,
oh no.
So I haven't posted my newest artwork in there for a long while.
Oh.
I really should, because like they're good, and I do want to share them. I don't know, man.
That's true. It is a little. I don't like Instagram actually because in order to post to Insta, I have to decrease the aspect ratio on all my art, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's a big pain.
Yeah, and it's so terrible.
And I just don't like the direction that Insta is taking, trying to become TikTok.
Is it taking a direction?
Yeah, I mean, all visual media is moving toward, all visual social media
is moving towards TikTok?
Yeah, moving towards video instead of...
I know what you mean, yeah.
Instagram being the only, like, really image-focused social media platform.
Yeah.
Now all you see is reels, so, artists who, produce just like, regular traditional artwork, static artwork, don't get nearly as much visibility as they could be.
No, very true. Yeah. I made like a reel or two, and I think just immediately making a reel increased the number of people who saw that thing by like a significant amount, and I'm like, oh, but that's just like, this is not meant to be a reel. This was an image that I made into a reel because I wanted to try it out, and I see where this content is going, but like, yeah. As for Zelda 1 and 2 games, you'd prefer 2 any day. Oh, really? Okay. When I finish Oracle of Ages, when I finish Oracle of Seasons, because I finished Oracle of Ages, the last 2 Zelda games I have left on my list, I'm never gonna play Hyrule Warriors, I will admit. I did a lot of research, just so that I could write Artemis correctly. Artemis is the Zelda from Hyrule Warriors. I did my research, and I will admit I don't like Warriors games. I couldn't even finish 3 Hopes, so there's no way I'm finishing Hyrule Warriors. So please feel free to correct me on anything I get wrong about Hyrule Warriors, but that one I'm not gonna get to. Zelda 1 and 2 I will be playing, and I think what I'll do is I'll probably play Adventure of Link, which is game 2. I'll probably play that first, and then I will end the whole thing with Zelda 1, and that will be very fun to kind of have played every other game and go back to the first ever Zelda game and just see where everything came from. For me, A Link to the Past was kind of like that too, because I played A Link to the Past after I played most of the Zelda games, and it was very, very cool to see where everything came from. Because Link to the Past, despite being the 3rd game in the series, it formed a lot of the conventions that I could totally see just carried on throughout the entire series. It was literally a Link to the Past, for me at least. Hey. That was cool. It was very cool. Vasco says, I'll follow you anyways, Dust. Hey. Go follow Dust_Rabbit. Let's go.
I get great followers now and again, and I get the notification for it. I'm like, dude, I really need to get back and post. I haven't posted since like Hades, I think.
Oh wow, okay, that's been a while,
yeah. Huh? I'm just sorry. I'm just really bad at social media. I'm bad at
same.
Too.
I hate posting. Like I have a bunch of projects that I've almost finished, and I never got around to posting them because I'm like, I gotta freaking post it. I don't know. Posting things sucks.
Social media is hard, and it sucks that it's like one of the only ways to get relevant these days.
Yeah, yeah.
Just have a social media presence.
For sure.
I just want to sit here and draw.
Same. I wish I could have someone literally just find the right words to post things for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you a drawing and like just like write like some message. I
need like a social media assistant.
Yeah. Oh man. Or like literally I'll give you the video and like just make it into like put some music to it that sounds pleasant and vaguely Zelda-ish, and then like yeah, that's it. Because you can do videos really easily on Procreate. It just gives you the video, but like it's not edited, so like you have to edit it or else no one will watch it.
Oh, so your reels are your the speed paint.
I did one reel. I can't call them reels. I did one.
Your reel.
My one reel was indeed a speed paint in which I edited together a thing. Maybe I should just put them or something. I don't know. Lynn hiring a social media manager. I like how you assume I have money. I do not.
You have money, you just don't want to spend it.
I don't want to spend it, that's true. I'm too used to not having money to spend money, I will admit.
That's true.
Just have the Korok add a caption to your art, lol, that's true. Why didn't I ask the Koroks? You're right. Good point. Just every art captioned, yeah haha, you found me.
Yeah haha, you found me in this endless void of the algorithm.
True.
Good job. You're supporting a small artist by doing this.
Oh man.
Yeah haha.
A Link to the Past is where the series found its feet. Zelda 1 is the birth of the idea. Zelda 2 has a lot of references to latest Zelda. Yeah, it's the black sheep, I'm aware. Yeah, you can really see it in A Link to the Past. Like, I was every second of me playing Link to the Past, and the VODs do exist, so you can go back and just watch me doing this, but like every time I saw something, I'm like, oh, and that's where this other thing comes from. Like, oh my god. So cool. This is why I want to play Zelda 1 last. Like, I have one more game left, and then I'm gonna play... and then I'm gonna play those two, and then we'll get there. We'll work our way through the series almost backwards, I guess. Actually, no, I started in the middle. I started with Phantom Hourglass. It's kind of in the middle. Editing does take a long time. Yeah, Vasco, you would know, wouldn't you? You do a lot of video editing for your stuff, don't you? I tried editing once, and I'm not going back to it. I've vaguely thought about doing more editing. I have one set of videos that Sylph was very, very kind and awesome. Sylph edited some videos for me. Folks, go check that out. It's so cool. I'll put a link to it in the Discord, because it's, like, awesome. It's, like, the best. Yeah. Those were for Link to the Past, actually. Oh, it's super relevant. I need to repost those. I need to do proper covers for them. I feel like I'm holding Sylph's video back because my video cover sucks. So I'll make a better cover, and then I'll post it. Huh?
Yeah, you need them thumbnails.
Yeah, I need them thumbnails. I gotta learn the art of thumbnailing. I'll make a better one, and then I'll put that in there. I have so many things on my list, though. I have so many things to do.
Dude. Like, go back and draw my comic, but I also want to...
Yeah, draw your comic.
I just want to make cats!
No! Draw your comic.
About like having a lot of like creative hobbies is they all kind of ebb and flow. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're feeling really passionate about one thing, and then and then the next day you're like, oh, I gotta start this new thing, but
Yeah.
I really don't have time.
Yeah, literally, sometimes I'll sit down to draw my comic and I'll be like, I don't want to draw my comic. I want to draw something else. Nah. And then I don't. And I'm like, oh, why didn't I draw my comic? I had the chance. Okay. And we'll blur this. I think this drawing is ending up pretty well, actually. I'm kind of pleased with it. I think the shadow's a bit off. That's what I'm trying to fix right now. We'll see if that works.
Suck. I should have done better, but I was really distracted.
That's fair.
I'm really tired.
You had a long day today.
I'm gonna leave soon, because it is 8, and I also I want to make hats, and I also need to like eat some food at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely get some food. It's already 8:19, isn't it? Okay. All right, this isn't quite done yet. I gotta add like a foreground or something, but I think from what we have, it's pretty decent. Let me just make it full screen or whatever.
I want to say this is done.
There we go.
Next drawing stream, I'll revisit it for a while.
Yeah. Here we go. Berengaria. She's so cool. She's so cool. Oh my gosh. All right, well, tomorrow I'll be playing Unicorn Overlord. Of course I will be playing Unicorn Overlord. So stop by for that. And yeah, if you liked all the Zelda stuff I've been talking about, and you don't know what I was talking about, I do run this comic series. It's called Wielders of Wisdom. I started it a while ago, but like I only updated sporadically. I'm working on the next update now though, so it will have more. And I've been doing a lot of extras for it to just kind of get me into the mood of drawing the characters and drawing the Zeldas. And I really like it actually. So if you are also into Zelda, I highly recommend you check out my Instagram. I have the same username on every site. It's Linda Rosse. It's like my Twitch username, so you can find me on anything. Check that out. Check that out. You might like it. And if not, check out the Discord, because we got one of those. Type in !Discord for a link to that right now. Also, check out Dust_Rabbit. She's really cool. Check out Dust.
I just finished playing Dark Souls. I have an idea of what I'm gonna play next, but I'm kind of hesitating to start it because I'm gonna be traveling later this week. So.
Oh wait, what are you playing next? Oh, is it a secret?
No, I think I've talked about it. I'm gonna play Sannabi, which is I'm going back to my 2D platformer roots. It's a game I've been following for quite a while, following development for a while. It finally released fairly recently, although I've been playing Dark Souls, so you know I haven't gotten to it yet. So actually, I don't think it counts as a recent game anymore.
Wait, what's this game called?
Cool, it's called Sannabi. It's a really cool
Sannabi?
cyberpunk. It's set in like cyberpunk Neo Korea. It's really
Oh.
cool. Just like the premise of it is, and then the main mechanic is grappling hook, and it's all about the platforming fun.
This summary online says a very angry dad with a grappling hook arm unleashes vengeance in this new hit video game. Okay.
Yes, that is what it is. I do believe.
That sounds like a very interesting game that I think you would enjoy a lot. I really want to see this now.
The devs I know they've worked very closely with the Katana Zero devs, so if anyone is a fan of Katana Zero,
okay.
I think it's in kind of like a similar genre.
That's fair.
So that's the next game coming up.
Yeah.
I'll figure out when I'm gonna start it.
That's awesome.
Probably not like immediately this week though.
That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe actually, so I am streaming on Wednesday. I'm not gonna be streaming on Saturday because I'm gonna be traveling. So maybe on Wednesday we'll polish this up, and then maybe we'll do a little bit of Dark Souls lore time because I need to figure out a lot of lore that I haven't gotten to.
Oh wait, there's more lore? Haven't you already seen all the lore?
Oh, there's a lot of like cryptic lore. So there's the stuff that I put together, and then there's the stuff that I can like watch YouTube videos and learn.
Yeah. That is really cool.
A lot of lore interpretation videos out there.
That's awesome. I feel like games with a lot of lore are like definitely they're just so cool. That's like my favorite thing.
Yeah, okay. Now that I've played the whole game, there is a lot of lore. They just don't give you a lot.
That's cool. Like I feel like finding out the lore is what makes it fun. Okay. Anyways, yeah. We said we'd go off, and we just kept talking. All right.
All right.
Hold on. Who are we raiding today? Who is
Wednesday or Dark Souls
in raiding
stuff.
distance? Let's go ahead and raid Niku VT. I'm gonna go give them a raid. Raid Neku Nekhu, right? Wait, shit, is it the other way around? I keep on misspelling their name. Oh my gosh. It's HKU. God damn it. Okay.
Those of you all on the Discord, if you want to send me your favorite or explanation videos, please post them so that I can watch them. and learn all the lore.
Yeah. Get the lore. I freaking love lore. People who edit their own videos are powerful for listening to their own voice. I go watch my own streams sometimes and just see what I could do better, you know, just for fun. Just for fun.
I fucking hate listening to my own voice.
Really? What? I mean, why? Like, it's
still different to myself than
No?
than
I feel like it comes from singing. Like, I'm used to singing, so like I'm used to listening to my own voice.
yeah.
I know how I sound on recording. I sound so different, I agree.
My voice on a recording, I feel like I sound stupid, and that's how everybody else, you know, hears my voice, and it doesn't sound like it sounds in my head.
I know, same, but like I had to get used to that already, so I'm like, oh, freaking.
Why am I lisping so much?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Alright, okay, anyways, bye. See you all.
Here, I'm gonna go eat some food.
Yeah.
Alright, bye. Bird says goodbye too. Bye.
Bye.